We are back. Happy top of the week. You guys have me working on a high holy day. I cannot believe this. This feels like sacrilegious that I'm working on such a major holiday like this.
Now you know how it feels.
We done worked every Martin Luther King Day, every Black History Month, every
to honor
Rosa
him.
Parks Day.
Yeah, you gotta work to honor the great people that are no longer here.
And didn't Elon take away all DEI? Like, there's no more holidays, right?
I don't know if holidays fall into DEI, but
I thought that's what they were saying.
We got a few of those DEIs out of here though.
Your racist-ometer has been going off all one. Like, I don't know. It's like you waited for February to get over and got crazy with it. Like,
okay. I mean, I feel like I'm racist 12 months out of the year, but today maybe a little extra sauce on it.
Yeah.
Should I say, hey, the Irish people had to struggle the same way? Should I throw that one on there? Because we can go down that route if you want.
If you're gonna do it, it's your only day to do it. It's your only day you can get that off, and nobody can get mad.
Yeah, man, we got to celebrate St. Patrick chasing the snakes away.
So do you eat cabbage and corned beef today?
Yeah. I'll probably make some.
Okay.
Maybe a little shepherd's pie, which we still have to do our shepherd's pie off. I didn't forget about that.
No, let's do it.
I'm excited because you don't even use tomato paste in yours, so that's how I know I'm gonna win.
Okay. This is gonna be fun.
What type of should we rent a kitchen? How should we do it?
You have a huge kitchen. Why would y'all rent one?
I guess. It could be fun, like the side by side, like cooking at the same time.
Oh, okay.
We should even put a time limit on it. And like rush for no reason. Like really make that shit.
Shepherd's pie. Call it rushed shepherd's pie.
And Peach can play Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, Peach. That's our tasteometer.
Peach judges our Patreon drafts. He judges food. Yeah. He's a connoisseur of all things.
Exactly.
Which, speaking of which, out right now, we did a rapper R&B. What would the best way to describe it? R&B rap collab. We did that draft. Smoked everyone's boots naturally, especially on St. Patrick's Day. But that was a light win.
Nah, they was jacking the best of me, Maya though, over Dilemma.
It's last time we checked. It was like 50-50. That's tough.
I didn't 50.
Yeah.
Oh, the streets is done.
Dilemma is like a song. That's a fucking R&B classic with rap. Best of Me is just a classic. That's all I'm saying.
No, you're not saying nothing.
Didn't I pick Best of Me? I don't even remember.
Exactly. You did. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but then I went home and listened to Dilemma.
Dilemma's a good song. I don't want to say it's not a good song, but it's not, when that comes on versus when Best of Me remix comes on, it's just not the same.
Two totally different scenarios. Like
wherever you at, if any of those songs, either one of those songs come on, it's a different reaction when Best of Me remix comes on.
Over the weekend, I did listen to Dilemma though, and I forgot how classic that really was. That Carolina Blue shit did fog my brain. I forgot that Nelly was really picking him up like a shortstop. Everything.
It's just not the same. It just doesn't hit the same. That's all I'm saying. Good record though.
Speaking of music and the weekend, I did lock Demaris in a car and made her listen to Freddie Gibbs on, was it Saturday?
Yes.
Sorry to hear that.
Ubers kept canceling. I put the child lock on so she couldn't even get up. But finally she's one of us. She fully understands. She apologized. She said she was wrong. She agrees.
Wrong about what?
That Freddie Gibbs is not the greatest current rapper.
Did she say that?
No, I promise you I did not disagree. And if I did, I don't remember if I did. We were literally in a locked garage and a locked car and the car was running. So I probably had carbon monoxide poisoning. So I probably don't remember it.
Well, you need the full rabbit effect. Like
monoxide,
Yeah.
To hear those dope bars, you gotta be a little high.
Yeah, nah. I did anything.
You didn't hear his album? That was your first time listening to a Freddie album?
It wasn't my first time listening to a Freddie album. I had listened to Freddie before for research, but the latest one.
What were you researching? How to cook a brick?
Vice Lords?
Yeah, not to go to Gary, Indiana. Yeah, like what was you researching?
Like Rory was like, but nah, I feel like you weren't paying attention during that bar and like kept running it back. And was like, are you listening? Like, I'm like, I
can't listen to music with people like that.
Yeah, it was rough. Like Freddie, and I told him, I said, Freddie's a good rapper. I'm not saying that. His tone and delivery is just a little rugged for me to listen to every day, and Rory just wouldn't accept that as an answer. He was trying to convince me that Freddie Gibbs is the greatest rapper of all time.
Facts.
Well,
my real issue was I don't even want to do the Cole and Freddie thing. We all love Cole, and we know Demaris. That's one of her favorite rappers, which I totally understand. But I know the real Demaris. She's a degenerate. Freddie Gibbs is elite rapping about degenerate shit. Everything Demaris loves and has went through outside of like selling fentanyl in Gary, Indiana, Freddie raps about her life. That's why I like Freddie a lot too. As great as Cole is, sometimes a little too fucking positive for me.
Okay.
Like sometimes I need to relate to somebody, and Freddie is a piece of shit like me. So Demaris, knowing that's my evil twin, she should relate to this just as much as I do.
I do relate to it. There's plenty of music that I might allegedly relate to, but it's just like, I'll listen to this. It's good, but I'm not going to throw this on in the crib to clean. Like I think y'all forget sometimes I am just a girl. And sometimes shit is just a little rough for me, just a little aggressive for me to be
I wouldn't recommend throwing Freddie on the clean. I don't think that's,
I have.
I just don't know how much cleaning you're going to get done. Like with Freddie in the background.
Yeah, cleaning some Mad Lib beats.
I don't know if I've ever listened to Freddie Gibbs while I was cleaning up. I don't know if I've ever done that.
Maybe I'm just weird. Like I'll put on
great car music.
I'll put on Reasonable Drought to even clean up. Stove gets me in that mode to clean up the kitchen.
Okay. I kind of see that. I see where you're going with that.
Which, by the way, I feel like I could tell us that I don't think Stove really care. So I was talking to Stove God yesterday, and I told you guys I wanted to get him on the project. So we've been sending ideas back and forth and pick one that we both like. And he hit me and was like, yo, I'll have that verse for you by tomorrow morning with the session. So I screenshot it. I'm all excited. Hit Azad like, yo, we got our Stove God feature. It's happening tonight. I wake up this morning. First tweet I see from Westside Gun is free Stove God. I was like, oh, fuck. Did he get arrested on the way to go do my fucking verse? Because now I feel like part to blame. And I hope to God that that's just like some promo shit or he's talking about like some label shit.
That's what I was thinking too, yeah.
So I hit Demaris thinking like, okay, she's from Syracuse. Syracuse is only 3 square miles. She could hit her group chat or the Cuse net serve email shit and find out what happened.
Oh my God, you're old.
Yeah, somebody could call a precinct and find out if he's there. Yeah, I agree with
I'm
that.
not going to return text messages to people I haven't texted back in years and say, oh, by the way, you know of Stove and Joe? I'm not.
But can you
your
like,
verse,
you
like,
couldn't
I'm
like
not.
text your mom or your sister just to like walk by the precinct or something? Like on their way to work?
He's probably not in Syracuse. He's probably, if he is locked up, which I really hope he's not, it's probably somewhere outside of Syracuse. Like maybe where he lives. I don't know, but I don't think it's in the town. I don't think he locked up in the town.
It might be a label thing. I don't think.
Yeah.
But you think Rock has him in some crazy deal?
No, I don't.
Rock's
I don't know.
a really good guy.
Yeah, I don't know. But I don't think he was arrested. If he was, I'm sure he just posted actually.
Oh,
but that doesn't mean nothing. Somebody else could have access to his girl. Someone could have access to his account.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That would be a scary thing of like not being fearful of the law when you're doing illegal shit, that like your girl could just have your phone when you're in the tombs is kind of like a scary thought to me.
No,
because they need the password to like, get your affairs in order and then they'll see your affairs.
Yeah, but that's why you don't have no affairs.
Of course, duh.
Naturally.
This is hypothetical. I don't go to jail either way.
But sometimes there's things in your phone that your significant other doesn't need to see, even if they are innocent. Because sometimes you can have a conversation with someone, and if you aren't a part of the conversation or you don't have that relationship with the person, you won't know their tone, like the tone of the convo that I'm having.
What's the tone?
No, because I was having a conversation with a homegirl of mine yesterday where she was like, my man listened to a conversation of me and my friend, but he took it as something different because of the way that we speak to each other. So he thought we were serious, but we were just playing. Like the way that girls speak to each other sometimes, it's the same thing as locker room talk, right? The less toxic version of it. Some of the things that y'all say to each other, y'all wouldn't say around a woman, even if you know you don't mean any harm by it. Girls are also the same way. We say shit I would never want my significant other to hear me say to my friends, but it's just to my friends. Like it's not... But if he heard it, he would take it offensively. So I think that just happened.
Well, if you say like, Rory, next question.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think your man would want you saying that, no matter what the tone, how loud you said it, what was the temperament. I don't, there's nothing.
I
your
said
man
it like,
would not
bro,
want you to
next
say
question?
Yeah.
No, I don't care how you said it.
So I was talking about sushi. No, you weren't. No, you was not.
Yeah, I would never feed him shrimp tempura,
Yeah,
spicy tuna any all day.
There's text messages between Demaris and I that I've deleted. Just they weren't bad, but again, if somebody else read them out of context, it would look a little nuts. Like you don't get the inside joke here.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gotta maybe just don't get arrested.
Well, start there. That's a great thing. Yes, but hopefully Stove is all right. He's not,
free Stovito.
He's not locked up, man. Don't need Stove locked up.
And this is how I know Demaris is really from Syracuse, because when I sent her a screenshot of that, she referred to him by his government name. As if I knew Stove God's government name.
Yeah. No. I still don't know his government.
I thought it was Stove.
Yeah.
Nah, because free, it's cute shit. Like free the gang, like that's cute shit. You can't It's
But
different.
what if, because people yelling free somebody, but then you be like, what happened? What did he do? And they start telling you what he did. I'm like, no, I don't know. Like I don't know if, you know what I'm saying? We could just yell free that guy. Like, I mean, have you seen his rap sheet? Like,
I mean, of course, everything they said about Young Thug was made up and a lie, clearly, because he's innocent.
clearly he's home, yes.
But when I did read the paperwork when he was first arrested and there was the entire RICO trial, I was looking at get these menaces off the street. This is insane.
It's crazy.
Like, what are
It sounded like a movie when you read that shit, right?
tax-paying citizens of Atlanta have to go through this? My God.
Yeah, man. Shit is crazy.
It's
out there.
awful.
Nah, real shit. I've definitely felt that way before though. I've also, but I mean, people want their family members and stuff free. I've said free to some murderers, some guilty ones too.
You
They
said
fa-
For sure guilty.
They family, like,
Like,
like
when he left the scene, he told me. And I was like,
Oh.
damn, free the guy.
It was either gonna be you or them, and my dog's still alive. So
Have you ever had friends that, like, not any major crimes, but like would go to jail for a few months and you wouldn't want to say free them because they probably like needed that time?
yes,
Go sit down and get your life together. Don't free you. Keep you in there for a while. You need to learn. This is enough. Enough is enough.
Yeah. They finally caught up to you. Go sit down for a minute. Get your life together.
Yeah, you need this time to sit down.
well, me and Rory were in the streets this weekend.
Well, I guess it was the streets. We got dinner and then went to my garage. That's the streets now.
Listen, I don't know, the whole going out to, I was shopping for club clothes last night, and like it gave me anxiety because I don't know how to dress for a club anymore.
Yeah.
Like the girls are wearing furry boots in the club. I don't know. I haven't been to a club in years. A lounge, whatever. Like, a party, a day party, whatever. But an actual like club, like you leave the house at 12 p.m. Like, I don't know how to shop for that shit anymore. Our idea of being in the streets is going to a restaurant, sitting at the bar, having a cocktail. And the girls like, nah, you got to dress half naked. They have these things called micro shorts now, like that girls are wearing to the club. It's a whole different world out there. I really feel like old. Like I feel like I'm going to be the old bitch in the club. Both dresses I bought for the club are like floor length.
Oh, you going to prom?
I was about to say, you got a ball?
No, you going to prom?
Is it a masquerade?
Yeah, like where are you going? Like,
I mean,
a gala? She's going.
What's the theme?
Yeah, you going to the what's that shit they do in DC every year? Damn, what is that they do with all the people? Is it? Nah, damn, I forgot the name of the shit.
Oh, during Howard Homecoming?
Is it?
There's one like really formal party during Howard Homecoming that I forgot.
I forgot the name of it, but that's where Demaris is going.
I'm going to be dressed like I'm going to the Players Ball, like for sure. I'm definitely going to be the most dressed person in the club, but like I really don't want to look like the old bitch trying to look young. That's like my worst fear. Like that, I can't. I'd rather just look like the old bitch that's the old bitch. Like I'm cool with that. So, I mean, one dress has it's a slit, like a little thigh is showing, and then the other one, has like a little bustier. So that's all I'm giving.
Wait, so you have club plans? This is like premeditated.
Yeah.
Is this a birthday thing for next week?
Yes.
Okay.
It's your birthday next week?
Yes.
Oh shit!
You don't have to dox like what club or city, but is this a club you've been to before?
No,
Who's dragging you?
I'm going to Houston.
Okay.
I've never been to Houston before.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we got.
Let's go ahead and
It's her birthday. We gotta go.
Let's go ahead and say goodbye to Baby D now. She ain't gonna make it back.
Nah.
Houston for the birthday? Oh my
Yeah.
god!
If you wasn't gay before, you're gonna be super gay now.
That's the thing I'm most excited about is everybody keeps telling me, yo, the women and the food. I'm like,
You
I'm on
never
a
been to
diet.
Houston?
Huh?
You never been to
I've
Houston?
never been to Houston. No.
What?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you can't be on a diet and go to
How you never been to Houston? No way.
Like you
I've
have
never
to
been to
eat chicken
Houston.
Alfredo in the strip club. There's no getting around it. Like you have to.
And then I'm leaving. Well, as you guys know, we record Monday. So I'm leaving Sunday, and everybody I called, like I was on the phone and was like, you can't leave Houston on a Sunday. I'm like, I have a job. Like I'm a big girl. I have like a full blown fucking job to go to on Monday.
Nah, you can't leave Houston on Sunday.
Sunday's the night in Houston.
Yeah. You can't.
I'm doing something Friday and Saturday. Thinking I'm going to do something Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is
You have to.
that's a little
You say that
insane.
now.
You have to.
The like stereotype of Vegas where there's like no clocks and that's really happens in Houston.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna find energy you never thought that you had.
You have to go to Sunday Fun Day in Houston.
I can't because we have to work on.
No. Listen. I'm the boss. Take off. Take off Monday. Don't worry about it.
Yo.
Take off Monday. Have fun in Houston on Sunday Fun Day. I will feel like a piece of shit if you left Houston on a Sunday. because you had to go to work. Listen, take off. It's okay. Come back Tuesday. It's all right.
Come back with some stories.
Yeah, come back with some. Have Sunday fun day in Houston. Do your thing. Have a ball. Nobody ever leaves Houston on a Sunday. Nobody. The Lakers stay in Houston on a Sunday if they got a game Monday in LA. They don't give a fuck. Sunday? No, you don't leave Houston on Sunday.
We were in Houston the one of 30 times that we did Palooza there. I think we did more Paloozas in Houston than we did in New York. One time we were all there and like there was a huge snowstorm in New York. So like all the flights got canceled, whatever. Whole Palooza crew tries to find flights to DC and then take Amtrak and all that. I was like, I think I'm just gonna wait it out here. Spent like a whole nother week in Houston. Like,
Sunday.
like why are y'all trying to, they went to Minneapolis to fucking connect to a flight to DC.
God.
I'm like, then they got an Amtrak from DC to New York. I beat them home
Just about standing
with a
next to
direct flight.
Yeah, I'm not.
And I got 3-4 more days in Houston.
Yeah. And nobody
Greatest place
has
on
ever
earth.
complained about 3 extra days in Houston.
Hell no.
Nobody.
Well, I'm going to do it for the plot, do it for the pod. I'm trying to come back with some stories. Y'all know that deep down inside I am really fucking boring. So I invited my best friend. She's coming with me and we're going to do our damnedest.
But you got friends in Houston though.
Yes, I do have friends in Houston, but they will not be there when I go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So it's just you and your homegirl.
me and my homegirl. Well, no, my brothers are throwing burgers and bottles in Houston
Okay.
on that weekend.
Oh,
All
that'd
right.
be
So
fun.
you got community out there.
Yeah. So
All right.
And you'll notice that half of Houston is from Brooklyn. Like you're gonna run into somebody you know for sure.
Yeah, Brooklyn is everywhere. Brooklyn is in Tulum, right?
I don't know. I'm looking for the Houston men who daddy or granddaddy own a ranch. So if y'all looking for me,
All right, wait, hold on.
just DM me.
See,
That's
now-
what I want.
All right, come back Sunday.
I want a cowboy. I want a cowboy, okay? Like I want the real Cowboy Carter experience. Like I'm tired of these Brooklyn niggas. All they got is BMWs and debt.
You
like,
can't
I'm
say you want the
tired.
Cowboy Cardi experience and she's married to a Brooklyn nigga.
Damn.
How you gonna say that? That don't even go together.
Damn.
See? That fast, you fucked
Well,
up.
what's the Desi Child?
Well,
bar?
it would be the reverse.
You like the boys
It
up
would be
top from the
reverse.
BK? Yeah, they was all from Houston.
Nah.
Nah.
But nah, don't hustle backwards. You need to find the guy that dad owns like one of those mega churches. Because that doesn't even pay taxes.
Find
That's
Olstein.
money. That's
Find the Olstein.
Olstein is crazy.
Go out there and find you an Olstein. If you know like I know. Like find you an Olstein. If not, find me
Yeah.
one. Like find me one of his nieces.
He'll take the PJ back to the pod.
Yeah,
if
for
you
sure.
need them.
Okay.
That's funny. Well, don't do that because you went out all the way to Coney Island this weekend. You've
I
been
did.
making moves. Don't act like you're
Island.
old.
What the hell was you doing at Coney? You went wanted some frog legs from Nathan's?
Let's all relax. I was not making moves. Shanae Curry, shout out to Shanae, is relaunching her Don't Call Me Baby brand as a women's sports lifestyle brand. I went to her launch and then we went to a soccer game, a women's soccer game, Brooklyn Football Club, which was at the baseball
playing
stadium
soccer in
that's
Brooklyn?
in Coney
When
Island.
she told me that, I was like, where's there a soccer field in Coney Island?
Apparently it's a baseball
Yeah, I know the
stadium
baseball
in
stadium.
in Coney Island. Yeah, they played soccer there. That was their first home game there, so we went to celebrate them. But it was kind of like rainy and stuff, so I left. And then when I was on my way back to Jersey, I hit Rory and was like, yo, what's popping? He was like, yo, we lit. And then we went and got a drink.
Did nothing.
I don't ever want to get a phone call like that. Yo, what's popping? Yo, we lit. I'm hanging up. I'm going home. That fast. Look, all right.
And you know what's annoying too? Like, Demaris has my location, so I can't ever lie to her. Like, nah. Because she's in Midtown. She's like, I see you're like 3 blocks from me. I was like, fuck.
Oh, please.
I know, I'm joking.
You don't want to go outside? Like, are you right up the block from me?
Yeah, like I
just come
literally
downstairs.
see where you
But
are.
I have yours for like your safety. He had mine at one point, but I turned it off.
You have his for his safety?
If I'm jammed up, what,
Yeah, let me hear this, Demaris.
I
He's
got
jammed
you,
up
like,
in
I
that
got
van, handcuffed with fucking zip ties. What is Demaris?
I'm coming through sliding about mine. I got you. But you had mine for my safety, but then as my boss, you just can't have my location. I'm sorry. Like, we got to draw a line between friend and boss. As my boss, you can't have my location because I would be trying to lie to Rory about how long it was going to take me to get to work. No.
I think you're actually giving me too much credit if you think I'm staring at your location.
You know how many people's
I'll take your
locations I
word
have?
for it in the text message of, all right, take you 30 minutes. Cool. I'm not going to track you on the way there.
I have people's locations and I don't even remember ever like agreeing to share locations with them.
Do they have yours?
No, nobody has my location.
Damn.
Kidding me? Nobody. Nobody.
I think Demaris is the only one.
That you share locations with?
Yeah.
I just don't see the point in that.
I mean, I get it for women. It does make sense to like know where your friends are for
Yeah,
like,
I'm talking about
safety.
like guys though.
Yeah, I mean, your location will be at your crib. Like, what are you hiding?
Pretty much. Yeah. You right.
He don't.
Damn,
He's,
damn,
hide,
damn,
he's
Maul's
hiding
home
where
again.
he lives. He's hiding where he lives.
Well, that's a
what-
fact. We know
Yeah.
that.
No worry and mouth.
Maul, I'm here to talk to you and all of the artists out there about our guys over at DistroKid.
Mm-hmm.
DistroKid makes music distribution super easy, and they never take a cut of your royalties, which to me is probably the most important thing, especially for the up-and-coming artists. It's the easiest way to get your music into all the streaming services and stores like Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, as well as social platforms like TikTok and Instagram. That's like one of the toughest things I feel like for up-and-coming artists. How do I even get my stuff on DSPs? DistroKid distributes your music to over 150 stores worldwide. Maul, I have been releasing music over, I don't know how many years, whether it be my stuff or people I'm working with. DistroKid is like the first step when it comes to figuring out what you need to do to get it out to the world. Without this step, nothing even really matters.
Your DistroKid membership also comes with a ton of free products and features to help you promote your music. Starting at $22.99, you can upload and distribute as much music as possible and keep 100% of your royalties. I like the sound of that, Rory.
Yeah.
Keeping 100% of your royalties is definitely a selling point. Sign up at distrokid.com.
Click our link in the description down below for 10% off your subscription.
Well, did y'all get a chance to listen to any new music over the weekend?
I mean,
I did.
instant classic. Before I even hit play.
Well, Playboy Cardi dropped the album, and they're saying that he did 139 million first day streams.
That's ridiculous.
Biggest debut of 2025, 7th of all time. Listen, man, we got to have a talk about this streaming shit. Because I get it. I know it's a new era. It's the way we listen to music. It's, it's just the sign of the times that we're in. But when you say 139 million first day streams, what does that mean?
I don't know.
You have 30 songs on an album, right? So you have 30 songs, 30 tracks on your project. 139 million first day streams. How do they count that? How do they equate that? How do they tally that? Does that mean 139 million people listened to the album?
No.
Does that mean 50 million people played it twice? Does that mean
I think it just means that out of all the songs on there, somebody pressed play on one of those songs once. So for every time anybody pressed play on one of those songs, so if I listened to the album twice over, then I gave him 60 streams. So
is that how they count that?
Yeah, for the most part. And what's perfect that he did, it's 30 records, only an hour and 15 minutes, which gives you mad replay value if you're a fan.
Yeah.
Each song, I mean, there's a few here that are at 3 minutes, but most of these songs are like a minute 47, minute 48. 230, 153, like they're all very short. So fans would run it back. And I can see him getting 139 million based off his core fan base and how they structured this project. This is made for streaming.
So we had a conversation last week, Rory, about stars, superstars.
Yep.
With somebody doing 139 million first day streams, is that a star or a superstar?
That's a star. I'm still standing. Everyone was in my mentions like,
Okay,
damn,
all
you're just going to
right.
walk his take back.
Hold on,
No, I'm
hold on.
not, because I don't think Playboy Cardi and Usher belong in the same sentence.
Hold on. It's the 7th biggest
Beyonce could stream less than Playboy Cardi. She's still a superstar and he's still a star.
That is, how are you saying that?
Because I don't think superstardom is solely based off streaming numbers. I think time has a lot to do with it. I think catalog, I think tours, like you have to be proven as...
Okay, do you think that Playboy Cardi will sell out a tour if he announces it tonight?
100%. I'm not, of course he would.
All right, so we know he'll
Is he
sell
selling
out.
out stadiums?
A lot of people are not selling out stadiums. And
A
they're
lot of
still
people are not superstars.
Yeah, but no, there's still superstars that are not selling out stadiums for an entire tour.
I agree, but at some point in their career, they probably did.
I think Playboy Cardi can sell out some stadiums. I think he can sell out a stadium here in New York.
By himself? Maybe.
Absolutely. I think he can sell out a stadium in LA.
If he does, then I'm happy to be wrong. Like I just don't. That's a different monster. Like I think he could do a bunch of nights in the
139 million
Garden.
first day streams is a different
Wow.
monster.
No,
Like,
that's-
so this is what I'm asking you. I don't
Props
get it.
to him.
I don't understand it, but I did have a conversation with somebody over the weekend because I was trying to figure out the Playboy Cardi thing. I'm like, listen, I don't want to sound like the old guy. You know what I'm saying? I understand the superstar that Playboy Cardi is. I understand the cult following that he has, but I can't make the connection to the music. Like, what is it? Am I listening with Illmatic ears? Like, am I listening? Like, what ears do I need to receive Playboy Cardi's music? And he said, it's very simple. Playboy Cardi is a DJ. He's making songs to perform. He's making songs for people to have fun to at his shows. Don't listen to him like you're trying to get this real deep introspective music song thing. Listen to it as a DJ putting a set together. And once he said that, I said, okay, that makes sense. Start to listen, and I'm like, okay, I hear the energy, I see where the crowd will get it, the audience will get into it at a live show. So it makes sense in listening to it that way as Playboy Cardi being a DJ that is creating a set list for his show. His albums are created with his shows in mind. Yeah. That's the way he creates his music. That's the way he creates his albums. He creates everything thinking live show, live performance with my crowd and my audience in front of me.
And I think with the younger kids too, like I remember listening to Marshall Mathers LP when I was 10, 11, and part of the allure of it was I wasn't supposed to be listening to this. Like, this is crazy. And I don't know this to be a fact, but I'm just speculating. I think some of the younger kids too, when he has the whole demonic vibe of everything, it scares parents. And I think that drives kids to want to listen to shit more. So I think Playboy Cardi also has that in his marketing that, yeah, it may be risky to listen to him when you're a young kid in the fucking suburbs that doesn't know demonic shit. Like
how life changes. It was risky for me to listen to Snoop growing up.
Yeah, but did that not play somewhat of a part of it? Like listening to Doggy Style? Like this?
Yeah, I mean, the
it
fact
had
that
shock value.
Yeah, the fact that because that's when the parental advisory stickers became a thing on CDs, and once you saw that, you knew, oh, I gotta listen to this, because I'm not supposed to be listening to this. So I understand that aspect of it, but with Cardi, again, I just was having a hard time because I'm like, I can't really get into the music. I didn't understand, the sounds and just the energy around it. I just was like, all right, do I listen to this while I'm working out? Do I listen to this while I'm being chased? Do I listen to this do I just play GTA and have this in the background?
What are you running from?
I don't know. I just, what I'm saying? I just
Your demons?
Because that's how I listen to music, Rory. I try to compartmentalize
where we go.
When and where do I listen to this? When and where do I receive this music? And with Playboy Cardi, obviously it's, that sound is very... It's mosh pity. It's like, let's fuck shit up. It's very destructive. It has that energy of, just wanting to fuck shit up. But now I do understand it though. And listening to it, I understand how his audience and his crowd will be at a live show and how that will go off on stage.
On Friday, I saw some of I went to a Kappa thing. So I saw some younger frat brothers that I had not met yet. They were between 20 and 22 years old, go to Princeton and Seton Hall. So very prestigious university. We're talking about very, very well-educated human beings. They were talking about Cardi like Jesus Christ himself had just came back. Like, just their facial expression of that album dropping that day changed their lives. They're also the type, they were telling me they were buying leaked SoundCloud links for $75 to $100 per song. Like in the Cardi communities, they were selling these private. I'm like, you paid $75 for an unreleased song? Like, yeah. They look at it, they were breaking his lyrics down. I didn't understand it. And maybe I shouldn't even try to. I'm not even, if that's what they love, I'm glad they're inspired by some type of music. I, for the life of me, trying not to be the get off my lawn guy, tried so hard to get into this. I was almost trying to trick myself, like, yeah, I think I kind of like this one.
Nah.
I'm lying. Yeah. I'm lying to myself.
So
it's just not for me.
So with all that being said, his fans buying $75 unreleased SoundCloud songs, you still think
that are now on? He said he bought the Pop Out record. He's like, yeah, I mean, I'd heard Pop Out because I bought it for $75 a few months ago. I was like,
so with all that being said, you still think he's just a star?
Yeah.
That is superstar shit that is happening.
I think he could eventually get to be a superstar.
No, he's there.
At this.
No, he's there. You're not there yet, but he's there.
I'm definitely not there.
No, he's there. He's arrived at superstar.
Okay, I'm okay with being wrong here. I think similar, like when we have these A-list arguments, superstar, megastar shit, why we always go head to head is because I think I value the A-list term and the superstar term a little bit more than you guys do. I think that's reserved for a very small few.
Oh, absolutely. I believe that Playboy Cardi is in that small few. We're on the
He's
same.
a rap superstar.
Listen, I don't get it either. It's not for us. But we can recognize when someone is like, bro, he has a cult. In order to have a cult following, you have to be a superstar. Like you cannot not be a superstar and not have a cult following. That doesn't even make sense. Only people that have cult followings are the superstars. When your audience comes to the show dressed like you, when they look like you, when they want to mirror you, like that you're a superstar at that
means
point.
Insane Clown Posse is the biggest superstars of all time.
I was about to say, that means y'all are superstars.
Who comes to the show looking like, what are you doing?
They be dressed like Maul at the show.
They definitely dress like Maul at the show.
How?
Everybody's logos is upside down on the front row.
And
well, that's just,
And on top of that,
that's just
I don't know if
that's
y'all
just your kids.
Yeah, that's my shit.
I don't know if y'all have ever noticed, like at New Rory and Maul shows, if you check the feet, everybody has on New Balance. And like they wear their coolest New Balance for the show every single time.
I don't take credit for that. I think New Balance has just done a great job of marketing and like lifestyle.
No,
shit
definitely
over the past, like,
for sure. But even
no, we're the Cardi of New Balance for sure.
Okay, I'll take that.
Don't agree with that.
No, I'll take that. No, I'll take that.
I was gonna let you ride. It's sarcastic.
That makes sense.
Doesn't even connect.
That makes sense. We are the Playboy Cardi for New Balance. New Balance, call me. Let's get something going here. Yeah, I like that. Absolutely.
But yeah, I was asking them questions too, because on the song, I think it was Mojo Jojo. I was like, oh, I like this Yachty feature, because Yachty is hit or miss for me sometimes. It's rarely a gray area. I either really like what he's doing or I don't like it.
Right.
I was like, oh, this is a cool Yachty feature on this beat, and then the song ended, and I was like, oh, that was Playboy Cardi. That wasn't Yachty. I had to ask them, does Yachty bite from Cardi or does Cardi bite from Yachty? They claim, and these yell at the kids from Princeton, this is not coming from Rory, every single artist bit everything they've ever done off Playboy Cardi. Everything.
The only thing for me with Cardi now is I do feel like, along with Kanye, he is one of the artists that is definitely embracing the whole AI shit.
Oh, there's definitely AI joints on here for sure.
I still believe that the song with him in the Weeknd, that's not him performing that verse. And we know that he does things like, it's the whole mysterious thing. His whole, am I going to be at the live show? Am I not? You know what I'm saying? Am I going to put out the album? Am I not? Like he plays to that. So is this really me on this song or is it AI? Like,
but see, with him, I don't really care. It's not because his music isn't for me. It's just what he contributes to a song vocally. Like, I don't care if that's a computer. Like, if you're making noises, cool, let the computer make it. Like, if Kanye's different, because Kanye raps for real. It's his voice. Sing, like, if Playboy Cardi wants to use AI to just go, like, cool. Okay. I don't think that's, putting music back if we're using AI to do that type of shit.
Can you do that sound again? Yeah, okay.
Was a good impression.
You sound like you have a hiccup.
Whole album sounded like that.
Ooh, see? They're gonna harass you.
No, there is some really good production on this. I do need to go through the credits, because that was another thing that I was asking the young boys of, like, I could really, really, really respect Cardi. If he was producing this stuff, then I understand why you guys think he's a god. But is it a bunch of different producers? Like, I didn't even see album credits. That's where I was like, oh, maybe I have this fucked up, and Cardi is really making all this shit, and then I have to give him his props at that point.
Yeah, some of the production was definitely
shit is crazy.
Yeah, some of the production on the album I really liked. I was like, damn, like I would like to hear other artists on this shit. Like the music was definitely good on a lot of those records. Well, most of the records, not a lot.
It's funny. I was talking with Benner over the weekend about this Cardi shit, and I don't know this to be a fact because we don't paperwork watch or know what his deals are. We need to put a little bit more respect on A$AP Rocky's name outside of the flowers that we already give him. If he has 50% of Cardi's career, him and Rihanna may be able to, like, go toe-to-toe with Jay-Z and Beyonce as far as who doesn't need to care about money for the rest of their lives. If A$AP Rocky has 50% of this guy's career, I'm sorry, A$AP Rocky, you are not Rihanna's boyfriend. You could pay the check.
First of all, he already could pay the check.
Of course. It's just fucking headline Rolling Loud. Like,
I know, I'm joking with you.
Wait, what was the second part of that? They can go toe-to-toe with J and B on what?
On who doesn't need to care about money for the rest of their lives. Like, I don't even need to look at my bank account ever again, because I can buy anything I want at any time. We could fly private for the next 365 days. I don't even need to look at my debit card.
Yeah, no, I think
they just print
J and B is still on a different level.
Of course, but Rihanna, certified billionaire. Rocky, without Cardi would still be very rich. But if he has Playboy Cardi shit too,
No, I mean,
Dog.
listen, the great.
the ASAP Mob brand definitely still generates money. Like, I don't think people put Rocky's business acumen out there the way maybe we should. That's all.
Okay.
Because
That respect.
I wasn't hip to it. Like, and whoever his booking agent is, like,
Oh no, we talked
That's
about
the
that
God.
2 years ago. Like, we still can't figure it out. Hell
we
of a
need to
job.
get him into Congress.
Doing
Like,
a hell of a job. He just beat trial 2 weeks ago, and saw him headlining Rolling Loud last night. I said, yeah, his booking agent is amazing.
Does he have a new album coming out?
yeah,
Right.
Does
yeah.
he
He
need
announced
one?
it. He announced.
With 139 million streams in the first day. I would never put out music again if my artist was doing that.
I mean, he did announce the day he was acquitted, right? Rocky put out a title and date, if I remember.
Yeah, don't be dumb.
Don't be dumb. I mean, listen. Did you guys watch any of the Rolling Loud stuff? I saw clips of Cardi's man doing fucking demonic sacrifices and shit, but it looked fun.
I saw ASAP with, he came in a helicopter, right?
Yeah.
The Rocky came in a helicopter.
Yeah, it's because his artist just sold 100.
Yeah, no.
39 million
Listen,
streams.
I get it. I get it. Yeah, DVD. don't
Spotify
be
paid
dumb.
for it.
Yeah, as they should.
Nah,
That's crazy. That's fire, though.
That's fire.
That's really, really dope. And you have to give some of the younger artists credit in this live space because so much stuff has already been done. Like, you have to get really fucking creative when it comes to shows now. Because what hasn't been done? This is fire.
And you got to try to go viral
That too.
without being cringe.
Is Rocky a superstar?
No.
Okay. That's some superstar shit he doing right
Oh, for 100%.
yeah.
I'm not saying he's not a superstar right there.
That's
but-
some superstar shit he doing right there.
You know what's funny when I was watching this clip as well, and to go back to the Kendrick Super Bowl performance, and even like the Weeknd Super Bowl performance, if you see what we watched on TV versus like the clips from the stadium,
Yeah.
Kendrick is performing to that camera. Whereas before all this crispy ass fucking streaming,
They performed.
they
in the
were
crowd.
performing to the stadium.
Yeah.
Like, I was watching Kendrick just go through everything as if there was no one even there. He's looking at us, not at the people there. This Rocky shit looks incredible. If I was at the show, I'd be like, I don't even see it.
Yeah.
Like, this is ill for us.
Yeah, it's definitely for
The people that actually go to these things, which you went to live performances because you got live music. You couldn't, what you couldn't get in your house. Now the shit you get in your house is better than the live performance that you would get at the fucking arena.
Yeah.
Because what are you staring up at if you're at the show?
First of all, you can't hear shit because helicopters loud as fuck. So, yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely for the home viewership.
Yeah.
This is not for the live audience, no.
Which, I mean, I think is the thing now. Even with the halftime performance, that was fully dedicated to the TV.
Yeah.
That was not for anybody in there.
No. Definitely was for the audience.
Even Beyonce's Christmas one, if you watched all the footage from like the front row, yeah, B was looking at the camera. Like, this is a camera thing.
Yeah.
Every set that we're doing where she's walking, I'm not even looking up at y'all.
Yeah.
Don't even make noise.
It's a television performance.
Don't even make
I'm
noise.
looking at the steady cam in front of me.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I guess is still a good thing because for home viewers, it makes it 10 times better. You can get more creative. They can look better. But I don't know. SZA's a superstar.
Big superstar. Big store.
What was the stat this weekend? Officially the longest running top 10 album by Black artists in Billboard 200 history. Didn't she pass Michael?
I think so. Yeah.
Superstar.
We got to stop saying that.
See, but this be my problem.
But this
We
be
gotta
my
stop.
problem.
We gotta stop saying certain things because that is a fact, though. No, if she passed Michael, she passed Michael.
Yeah, but
Same reason you're telling me I have
with
to call
this-
him a superstar because he sold 130. Well, not sold, but streamed 139 million.
It's completely different because
139 million on the first day of anything is incredible. I don't give a fuck what it
I
is.
agree.
with the Michael.
You can eat 139 million fries on one day, and I'm like, he's a legend.
Superstar.
Yeah, like he's a superstar.
fried
Are you
superstar.
Are you kidding me? Yeah,
That's McDonald's.
I mean, the only thing with the streaming shit when you start talking about breaking Michael Jackson's numbers and records is with SZA's SOS. It's a deluxe out. It's like how many tracks is on the deluxe now? It's just it's other things that are mixed into the SOS album, whereas Thriller or whatever Michael Jackson album is just however many songs was there, that's still there today.
Yeah.
If it's 10 songs on Thriller, versus 42 on SOS. It's just, and then you talk about stream. I get it. It looks great. And SOS, we talk about it all the time. Love that album. Incredible album. But I just think when you start comparing it or saying, these artists are breaking Michael Jackson's numbers and record, you have to put other things in the description as well. Because if we had Michael Jackson in this era of streaming, to me, I still think if you have 100 million people that go out and physically buy your album, I think that's better than any streaming. I don't give a fuck who's streaming what. If 100 million people went out and physically bought your vinyl,
it's crazy.
There's nothing you can tell me about the streaming era about, longest, I don't want to hear that. 100 million people went out and bought that man's physical album.
Yeah, I mean, they're hard to compare because there's positive and negative shit on both sides. People that didn't have to be in the streaming era and the people that did. So I don't think they should be compared, especially because the streams can keep you on the replay value. Like if I buy a $10 CD, no one is tracking how much I'm listening to that in my car.
Exactly.
So it is a little weird, but there's a lot of streaming rules that fuck over the artists where people from Michael's era didn't have to go through certain shit. And they went through vinyls. Then when vinyl stopped, everyone bought the Thriller tape. And when CDs came out, everyone bought Thriller CDs. So people were repurchasing nonstop, which can't happen for the streamers now. So it's give and take on both. I think it's unfair to even try to compare them or say one was easier than the other. I will say to your point, though, people going out and buying your CD is a way different commitment than opening your phone. So that is nuts that Michael Jackson could have that many people leave their house and go to the...
Like, what are we talking about? It's not even the same.
So of the music that you've streamed, right, let's say in the past year, which of those albums would you have gotten in your car driven and to go buy?
In the last year?
In the last year.
Last year. Let me pull up my...
Sorry.
I would have definitely went to buy Freddie's album.
Okay.
Just because his track record, his catalog, you know that Freddie's going to put out a dope project.
I would say pretty much everything I put on my top 10 personal favorites of 2024, if we're just doing the year.
Yeah.
Really?
All 10 on rap and all 10 on R&B, I would have went out to the store to buy. But I did that like a lot. There's albums that you end up not even really liking because, again, you can preview it at the store, I guess, but you're really going off the singles. There's plenty of albums I went out to buy and then I listened to it and I was like, I'm kind of cool on this. But I still did go out and purchase it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a dope thing about having the Virgin store in Midtown. You could just go listen. You could listen to the album and then decide if you want to actually buy the album. So
yeah.
I had to go and look because like I give a lot of music a chance, but when I'm looking like back at the last year, there's not a lot of people I would have went and got out of my like car to go and walk in the store and buy their albums. Maybe I definitely would have did like Lotto. I would have did Megan's Deluxe, Kiana Lede. That probably would have been it. I would have did some sexy songs for you. Like that probably would have been it.
Oh no, definitely. I mean,
yeah.
But I thought you were talking about like 2024.
Well, just within the past years.
Oh, well, yeah, that album definitely.
Well, like, all right, I'll retract a little bit. I have Future and Metro at number 9 from last year for my personal favorite rap albums. I would probably wait for my mans to buy it and burn it. So yeah, some of these, I would put in the effort to go get the CD, but I may just be burning it from my friend.
Yeah.
But like Gibbs album going out, Doechii, Vince, Tyler, those I'm myself because I also want the artwork. I want the physical thing. Future and Metro shit, I'd probably just get a Sharpie.
Burn that.
Write Metro on the top. And
write Metro on the top.
And y'all would have never listened to Playboy Cardi's album if it would have required you spending your money.
No, God, no.
Never.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even play that at the Virgin Mega Store. I wouldn't even listen to that. But I'm being honest. That's just not for me.
You're not the demographic.
Yeah, it's not for me. But I understand it now in approaching it like a DJ just putting together a set list for his show. I get it now. It makes all the sense in the world.
But even like kind of back to what Maul was saying as far as like where we consume the music, where we want to hear it. Like I would have went out and got Thames Born in the Wilds because I love Thames, but I don't know if I would have rushed like that day to go get that unless like, oh, I know I'm going on vacation. I need to go get the Thames album. Like shit that you would carry with you in certain spots can get you to rush to get an album.
On the CD player and on the plane,
Oh,
you hit some turbulence, CD skipping.
It's all bad.
Remember when you had to hold like the headphone cord across the shit
Yep.
just to get it to like not fucking fuck up in your ears? Those were days, man.
That
You
makes
had to earn your
yeah,
music.
that makes the music more personal. It makes it means more to you at that point.
Yeah, like I don't even know. Let's say out of Hove's catalog, Volume 3 has like such a special place. It's pretty low in his discography, even for me. But it has such a special place in my heart because one of the first CDs I got, I ran it into the ground on the bus. Like songs that I go back to now on Volume 3, I was like, I was obsessed with this song. It's really not that good. Like, it's just because you only had so many options and like you committed. This is the CD my mom got me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna have to wait a while to get another CD.
I have to
like
yeah.
this is it.
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to the Swizz and Mariah awful record that's on Volume 3 and sing along and love it. And then I got older and I was like, now I see why everyone hates this album.
Yeah.
And you can't even like, back in the day, like you couldn't switch out. Like you didn't just have the CD cases in your fucking backpack. They'll break. So whatever CD you took with you for the day, like that's what CD you took for the day. I remember I took my dad's Hustle and Flow soundtrack out the car and took it to school. First of all, that album was fucking amazing. The Hustle and Flow soundtrack.
It's all like 3 6 Mafia shit, right?
Yeah, that shit was
I don't
fire.
know the soundtrack off the top of my head.
Yeah, y'all bugged. That shit was fire. I took that and I took his Shine CD. I don't remember the name of it, but it was green.
Godfather Buried Alive.
Yeah.
I get so much flat. To me, that album is incredible. Everyone laughs at me. But again, I think it's a nostalgia thing. He recorded the shit over the phone, but I love it. I think it's great. But people that are older than me that weren't kids when it came out are like, dog, that album sucks. It's really a nostalgia thing. Like, I committed to that album.
Yeah.
To hear him rap over the phone.
The fact that y'all was in high school for Hustle and Flow is crazy to me.
Was I in high school? I might have been in middle school.
Oh my God.
2005, yeah, it was a...
Oh, I was, 2005? I was leaving elementary school, going into middle school.
God. Yo.
I was a kid.
Damn, man.
Oh, no, there's some shit on here.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I said they only won with Grammys and Oscars for that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
But no, it's like
rock.
other records that aren't just the stuff that like Terrence Howard was rapping that 3 6 wrote. There's joints on here.
Whoop That Trick the beat to Whoop That Trick is crazy. I don't care what y'all talking about. Fuck the movie. The beat to Whoop That Trick is crazy.
No, everything that Scrawny White Kid made was incredible. Anytime he touched his MPC in that movie, it was fucking crack. Like,
See, that's all you need is a little bit of pressure on you.
and
little bit of
try
pressure.
try to impress a whore.
That's it. A little bit of pressure and fall in love with a
That's
whore.
how the best music get made, is trying to impress whores.
Duh. More women in the studio.
Absolutely. I'm always an advocate for that.
Like, look at just the man brain, because that kid, of course, it's a movie, not real life, but that character was such an incredible producer, and he was legitimately sprung over a woman he would watch go outside and fuck someone in their car, and then come back into the studio, and he'd be like, "Yo, you want to go on a date?"
Yeah. Mental illness.
Like,
He was a special.
do you know
kid.
how talented? You don't need to do this.
Oh,
bro.
he was special. His brain was a little different. That's all.
But I don't know, down there, I feel like down there in that real poor South, like, that shit is nothing. She doing what she gotta do. She put food on the table. She a hard worker.
No, we get what she was doing. We don't understand how the gentleman was in love with her. We know what she was doing.
No, but that back then, that was not, I don't want to say attracted to them, but I think he just saw her as a person. Like, we're all living in poverty trying to do what we have to do to get out. So I can't even judge you for that. Like, we all...
Yeah, no, we're not judging her,
No.
but I just think that it's a little just peculiar. If you watch a woman get into a Chrysler and do ungodly things with a stranger, and then she comes back in the house and this is who you love.
Like, do you remember how they got the mic that they recorded on?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what she had to do for that?
He hooked that mic up knowing that story.
When they got the
plugged
mic.
it and connected it to his equipment.
Fucking crazy.
They got the mic.
That movie is really good though. I don't think
Great movie, classic,
it's brought up enough when we have those type of genres conversations.
classic
Like,
movie. Hustle and Flow is a classic.
It's really, really good. How do we even get down that road?
Streaming, Playboy Cardi,
Oh.
yapping. Yapping.
Staying on music, Dreamville Festival continues their streak of having some of the best lineups I've ever seen in festival history. Shout out to Ebe and that whole team. Every year they smoke it and get exactly the type of people I would want to see at a festival. Headlining is Lil Wayne with Hot Boys and Big Timers, 21 Savage, Party Next Door, Ludacris, R.A. Chief Keef, Keisha Cole, Bosh, Young Nudie, Ab Soul, Lou Omen, rest of the whole Dreamville crew. Sunday, J. Cole, Erykah Badu, Thames, Glorilla, J.I.D., Wale, Coco Jones, Big X The Plug, Earth Gang, and so on. I mean, they get it right every year. Especially in a time where all festivals are starting to like fail and just disappear. They continue to do something in a market that isn't made for festivals.
Yeah.
Like a majority of people fly to that shit.
But they're not, is this the last year?
So last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to go so fucking bad.
Who you want to see?
Lil Wayne. I've never seen Lil Wayne live. I know you guys say he sucks, yada yada, but as a nostalgia thing, like I want to see Lil Wayne. I really, really like 21 Savage. I loved his last album. Like who I would fly for, I would be flying for Cole, Wayne, 21 Savage. Like I would be flying for those people. But I'm never mad at Wale, Coco Jones, like Chief Keef, like Keisha Cole. Like, yeah, it's a fucking amazing lineup.
Would you guys judge me if I said I would fly to go see Ludacris at a festival?
No, but I've seen Ludacris has come to the New York State Fair in Syracuse. So I've seen him.
For me, I feel like he'd be one of those, like, when you see Fab perform, it reminds you how many hits Fab has.
Yes.
It's like, damn, I forgot Fab has this much fucking music that is classic shit.
That's how I
Luda
felt
to
when
me
I
is
saw
going to be,
Luda.
that set, I'm sure he's going to remind that whole fairgrounds, like, damn, Luda has joints.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I would, and you know,
I
Luda's a
don't
great
think I've ever
performer
seen
too.
Ludacris live either.
I don't think I have either.
He's really, really good live. And it's exactly how you said, like, it's just like, I'll be like, damn, I forgot he did this. I forgot he did this, like, over and over.
And I mean, you know, the way he did his videos, he's charismatic. Like, without seeing him, I'm sure he's a great performer. Like, he's going to put on a show type shit. But since it's the last year, I'm sure Cole will bring out surprise guests. Like, I think that will happen with this one.
Surprise guest?
Yeah.
Who?
I don't really have anyone in particular, but
Playboy Cardi?
I mean, if you could get him to Raleigh, North Carolina, that's the hardest part.
Getting him in the building?
I don't think Cole is bringing out any surprise. I mean, it's possible, definitely possible. I don't think he's bringing out any surprise guests. The only surprise guest I would have seen Cole bringing out would have been 21 Savage. He's already on the lineup.
Do you think we get the fall off on April 4th?
No.
Do you think we get it on Sunday, April 6th?
No.
We're not going to get into last year, I promise, but I think it would be a cool way to try to erase that of like, all right, a year later, I'm putting out an incredible album on stage. I could see it.
I could see it, but I'm not going to get my hopes up for it.
For the album?
No, my hopes are up for the album. I'm not going to get my hopes up for that release date. Because that release date is like 3 weeks from now, and I'm not going to get my hopes up for it.
But I'll get my barber in trouble. I don't give a fuck. We already know he's been talking about the fall off forever, been teasing records, putting snippets out. My barber's not here this week, which pissed me off. Well, I'm going to try to get a haircut tonight, and then he leaves. And we don't talk about that type of stuff, but I can always put two and two together. I have the same barber as Cole. He's like, I'm going to be in North Carolina the entire week. So you schedule your cut now.
But I feel like he would do that, album or no album. He needs his haircut.
I think he's probably shooting videos and shit. Like I think something's coming.
But how many haircuts he need?
That's what I was like the whole week. Willis, what the fuck?
He got to shape
I look crazy
up.
right now.
Shape Cole up?
Yeah. Don't do it because I know what you mean by that. But like his beard and stuff like that, you know, he
And with his
biracial
dreads, he
hair.
still has that. Yeah.
Hair grows back really fast.
All right, so let me
Don't pull up a picture of J. Cole. Don't piss me off.
let me explain something to you, Demaris. If J. Cole gets a haircut Monday, he doesn't need to see his barber again until next
But if
Monday.
they're shooting multiple videos, I don't know, crispy next day.
No, it's
Brows.
brows.
He's
All
a
right.
hairy guy.
All right,
like
man.
the
All right.
brows.
All right, y'all got it. I'm cool.
Yo, knowing Cole is a hairy guy.
Yeah,
is a
y'all got it.
different
Yo,
level of
listen,
stand.
Cole. Yeah, Cole got his barber every day. He need to cut every day. Y'all got it, man. It's all good.
Oh man, it's funny. Like before that whole thing, if I would, run into him, he goes to the shop. Like it's not always like Willis is always going to him. Mm-hmm. It would be cool to run into him, but after everything, dude, I would like hit Willis. Like he's not there today, right?
Ew.
No. I'm not running into him. Nope.
Why?
Because at that point, I didn't know how everyone felt. This was like post when shit was weird. Before we made up with everyone. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. It's just awkward. Like now I make the barbershop weird.
When y'all say that, I just don't understand. Why is it weird if that's probably how 90% of your fans feel right now? How is that? If that at that case, it's not weird. It's like the common thing.
90% of them are not face to face in a quiet Lower East Side barbershop.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what does that mean? Like that doesn't mean it's weird.
With a platform and previous relationships, that's a combo.
All right, man. Y'all, that's where we just defer at. Because I don't care if I have a relationship or not. Like, if I do some crazy shit and I have a relationship with somebody, I expect them to say some shit like, yo, that was crazy. How does that make it weird now? Because I see you in a barbershop. I'm going to tell you at the bar, like, yo, that was some weird shit you did. Yo. That was some wild shit.
At the barbershop is
At the barbershop, that's where you got to get it off at. If we can't get that off at the barbershop, then what are we doing in America?
You're bringing logic into a situation where someone has wild social anxiety and does not want to be in that situation when I walk in. Like, I just saw you the week before this, that everything was cool. Now I don't even know how you feel, and I don't want to know. I don't even want to find out. Even if it's all love and okay, I don't even want to know.
Once you say social anxiety, I got to give you that because I don't have that. So it's like, all right, I'll give you that. I'm just saying.
You're ill.
No, I'm just saying I don't have social anxiety. If I see somebody that did some weird shit and I said, yo, they did some weird shit, I think when I see him, I'm gonna be like, yo, why did you do that?
Even in Demaris' voice, when we talked about the lineup, she's like, damn, I want to go. And she didn't finish her sentence, but I know why she said it the way she said it.
Why?
Because we don't know if we good.
What you mean?
I'm good, nigga. I don't know about you niggas. I'm good. I roll to the motherfucking wheels fall off and we talk about niggas picking a motherfucking side. I picked my shit.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. You not gonna do that. You don't do that. Don't do that.
My side.
Don't do that.
I don't give a fuck.
Do that.
I don't give a fuck.
Good barbers are hard to come by.
Because I stood on my shit.
Look,
fuck out of here.
Now she said she stood on it.
Fuck
See what I'm
out of
saying?
here. I stood on my Dreamville shit.
All right, okay.
Hell no, I lived and died by the motherfucking cross.
Okay.
You bugging out.
All right.
You bugging.
Okay.
Hell nah.
I hear you.
Let's make that epically motherfucking clear.
Okay.
I'm good. You niggas might not be good.
No, you have to understand.
Good.
I've had the same barber for 30 years, and then ironically, he moved to North Carolina. It was one of the most heartbreaking times of my life. Willis, my barber now, it's like, it took some shopping around. Good barbers are very hard to come by, even with my basic fucking haircut. I'm always going to choose that side.
Listen, man.
I'm not losing another fucking barber.
Okay, so why don't y'all go to Dreamville?
I'll see if Willis will take me.
Yeah, go to Dreamville. Have a good time.
We can go with Erica. We could sneak in with Erica.
Erica?
Badu. Miss Badu.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
They wouldn't deny like the Badu entourage. Well, I'd be at the fence like, nah, I'm with Erica, bro.
I'm with E. I'm with EB. I'm with EB. No, but all jokes aside, yeah, I do hope that the album comes out, but the hopes are not the highest.
But why do you feel that way? I mean, even towards the end of the year, like fuck the battle shit, he felt like he was gearing up to put that shit out.
I've been feeling like he's been gearing up to put that shit out for the past 2 years. My hopes have gotten high before.
Lately. I don't know. I can really see this coming out the Dreamville Festival weekend. And maybe not even on a Friday that's traditional. I could see him being on stage on Sunday and being like, everyone refresh your phones. And
single?
It's there. Nah, I don't think so. I can't see Cole doing it. Cole's not in the past few albums. Has he really been a single guy like that?
Lucy guy, a couple months or a year before.
He doesn't
bunch
need
of features. But
he's at that stage in his career that's like, why even bother? It's like, here's the album all at once. But
I do want to hear the album though. I want to hear what he's been working on. I'm sure a lot of it has changed over the last year.
Yeah.
But I do want to hear what he's working on though.
What was the joint that he was? I mean, I know there's a lot when he's on the bike, but he was on like the FDR. It was like a snippet that was on IG and YouTube. It was right before My Delete Later. He went fucking nuts on that. Like that was the
I remember what you're talking about.
I know the battle move shit, but at that point, I was like, oh, we may get this album next week. Like that's how it felt.
I remember that. Yep.
And he was going. I was like, if he's using these as just fucking IG promo and he's rapping this well, what the fuck is on the album?
At that point, I think I said it here that was probably some of the best rapping I heard in a lot of years.
I think crazy. You had said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of festivals, we reported last time that Beyonce was struggling to sell tickets on her tour.
No. We did not report anything.
We reported that people were reporting
You said that somebody said that Beyonce was struggling to sell tickets, and I laughed and said, listen, guys, we don't have to sit here and just regurgitate shit we read. Beyonce tickets will be just fine.
Listen, man.
Today
there must have been a bump industry plant shit because now 94% of the tour is already sold out and they're adding new dates.
Like, come on, man. Like,
it's industry plant shit, man.
What are we talking about? Like,
she didn't even sell a ticket last week.
That's why we can't just read what everybody posts online. Who thought that Beyonce was struggling to sell tickets?
I don't know.
Like, who thought that? Who really thought, yo, you know what? Yo, her career might be over. Nobody jacking this Playboy Cardi shit.
Yo,
who thought she sold out the color silver last year?
They said, the fans, sometimes when you don't retire, the fans will retire you. Who
said that?
Let me tell you something. When Beyonce is ready to retire, I'm going to be at her door. It's Julius and I'm going to have to come get me. You not retiring, bro.
Yeah, Beyonce
can only retire us. We can't retire her.
Yeah.
She can say it's over for us and that's about
people just got to stop just talking foolishness. No, but Beyonce has no trouble selling tickets to a show.
But you know what happened? And this is why we need journalistic integrity back. And when I do say that, please don't come over here saying that we don't have journalistic integrity because we're not journalists. We tell y'all that every day. We're here for entertainment. We're basically actors. Journalistic integrity.
Nah, that's my real life. I ain't acting shit.
Y'all see, so fan pages will post something out of hate because the fan pages are all beefing with each other. Some small news publication will pick that up and throw an allegedly in there, and then a bigger news publication will copy what they see the other news public. It's like all the news publications are expecting that the other ones did their due ethical diligence and they didn't. So now we have 3 headlines where all the people who are writing just need something that's gonna garner clicks, and none of y'all know what the fuck y'all are talking about. And that's just not okay. The same thing with the South by Southwest shit. We just seen them talking about some South by Southwest as a music scene is officially dead, and the fucking showrunner gotta come out and say y'all niggas is lying. Like, what?
And it was with the Rolling Stone too.
Yeah.
And remember when we got killed when we put out like the wrong numbers for what Kendrick streamed at halftime? I'm like, dog, we were reading from the Rolling Stone. Mm-hmm. You're mad at us for not doing it. I'm sorry. In my 34 years, I thought the Rolling Stone, like, we can maybe trust that they would put some facts out.
Yeah.
We're just reading off that, and now even they're putting out bullshit, and then we're getting killed for it. I'm like, dog, I didn't make that up. I read it off.
Anytime I see Beyonce is struggling to sell tickets, I'm not even reading anything after that. Because I know it's just not real. It's not a real thing.
I did believe that the South by Southwest Music Week was dead when I read that. Though. That kind of checked out to me.
That's more believable.
But while we were recording, they fixed it, and the guy that created it is like, we're just shortening it 2 days from what it was. I'll be honest, they're trying
to keep that music flow. That those people that was going out there for music, they're trying to keep that audience. They don't want to lose that audience. That's what it is.
I'm just shocked that they even care. I guess we have to tip our hats to them because they really must care about music. South by started out as a tech thing. Mm-hmm. And that was before Austin and the tech boom happened. Mm-hmm. That is the most thriving shit ever. With music, it's like, why do you even need to do it? Like,
just entertainment over the weekend, just to have some, that performance value to it. And then you bring in that, that audience as well.
Did you ever do South by Southwest?
Yeah, years ago.
Which years did you go?
I want to say 2013, 14.
Oh, so you were prime years.
Yeah,
when it mattered.
Yeah, I think I went 1 year and was like, yeah, no, I'm cool.
Yeah, I did.
I'm cool.
14 and 15, I want to say. And like the Fader for it, Fillmore, like those were some of the greatest music parties I've ever attended in my life. Like that was, for what it was an incredible time. Even though it's not officially dead, we already know that it's definitely taken a decline. It's not a priority the way it used to be. Mm-hmm. But they are embedded in music history for the moments that especially for rap shit.
Oh, yeah. Some of a lot of people that I've heard for the first time that are doing great things now. Like I heard them at South by for the first time. Had no idea who they were, and I was like, okay. And now you look up and they're headlining this, doing that. I'm like, oh, it's dope. So South by definitely had a time where it was important. It was a great, platform to launch artists and kind of get people out there if you haven't heard of them yet. But I think over the years, just like with a lot of these festivals and, conventions and things like that, it's just the audience just comes there that they're bringing nothing to it. It's just that they're there for the, just take pictures, videos. I'm here. A lot of people just around just to be around. It loses its allure.
Yeah, I feel like the crowd ends up matching the advertisers. Like, to your point, South by was so much discovery. To me, it was like the blog era in person. Is what South by was. It was the blog era performing those records, those artists, discovery, up and coming shit. Basel was that way to me too. Like I went to Art Basel for the first time in 2011 or 2012. Like
completely different thing now.
Now it just gets so corporate that the crowd ends up becoming that as well. Like it's not just the kids that are there for the music. Now it's just, this is a corporate thing.
Yeah.
At even all the parties, like they're so corporate that regular people can't even get in. So the fun is going. Like Fillmore at South by Southwest was really cool because it was actual people there. It wasn't some fucking exclusive shit that only music industry people could go. Like, nah, it was the kids that loved music. If you could get in, because the capacity was what it was. But
yeah.
Nah, South by towards the end, just corporate shit.
It was what year was that when the baby was out there with a diaper on, walking around?
That had to be 2019, 20.
Nah, I think it was way before that. And then he that might have been 2017, 2016, I think.
Damn,
he had a diaper on. He was just walking around like promoting his music.
2017. Oh wow.
Yeah, I knew it was like definitely was way before 2020, 2019.
I think that was the first time I had ever even heard of the baby.
That was great marketing.
A little on the nose, but yeah.
A little on the nose.
Great marketing.
Was he on, I don't even remember that clip. He was on 6th Street or he performed in a diaper?
He was walking up and down 6th Street in a diaper, had a big, like a baby, like kind of like a blow up baby behind him.
Blow up babies, yeah.
Yeah,
But,
he was.
All right, how soon after was this when we watched him murk someone on camera in Walmart? No one's saying a word to him. Like, you could do whatever you wanted. Like, I wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah. Yo, look at him.
Is that the baby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was South by Southwest. Because I remember that. I was like, yo, who is this dude walking around South by in a diaper? Like, what is going on right now?
It's ridiculous.
I mean, years later, look.
That's hilarious. I hope someone does eventually make a South by like documentary.
Oh yeah,
that's
happening.
That's definitely
happening.
Shit, Mike Carson should direct it. Like the Fillmore shit was his.
Yeah,
that was his era. Virgil, like that, all that popped at South by before it ever got to a mainstream level at all. So
yeah, when I first heard of South by, like I just found out South by was a tech thing like last year. I always thought it was a music festival. That's what So
whole Odd Future Wave, all that South by. Kendrick is out like that. That's really where shit popped off. But
are festivals really dead? Like, is this over? Is this like, I don't know what's next when it comes to the live music.
I mean, I think it's similar to everything, like podcasting. Remember the podcast boom? Everyone had a fucking podcast, and then they all started to fail. And the people that have been here from the beginning stayed because
talk your shit.
We had built a real audience, and I get it. Everything becomes a trend, and people try shit out, and it fails. It's every single genre. But I think we're going to already seeing that with festivals. Like, you're still going to have the legacy ones that will always be there because they've been there from the beginning and have built a real audience. But when that whole craze hit and advertisers it was just popping up with random, the Verizon Festival with fucking Taylor, like it was, how did you even start your first festival with these artists? Oh, because of brands behind it. Those are all going to fail because no one cares.
Yeah.
Like, it's just going to die with any other trend.
And I feel like
but Coachella will still be here. Everything that started this shit will still be here.
Brands are splitting the pie like a lot of what, like, granted, I know that you do have to invest in advertising, but like how many different ways you gonna cut up that advertising budget? Like the festivals, the live shows, the podcasts, the content creators, the TV, it's a lot. Like,
festivals are expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one thing I think a lot of people like forget. Putting that together, getting that space, all the parts, the moving parts, the staff. It's a lot that goes into a successful festival.
And they were like, I thought it was great for artists because they were getting like above their fees, but that's also because, an artist will probably have on their vision board when they start, I want to do Coachella. You'll even compromise some of your money to do Coachella because it means something to you. Fucking Verizon Fest in Tennessee, double my rate. Like, they were paying artists out the fucking ass because there was no favors. There was no real relationship there. So that on top of like, Travis was getting like $1 million to headline a festival.
Fucking crazy. One festival I will be at again this year is Broccoli City though.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going
I'm all
back.
going back for the girls.
I'm going back. Can't wait. Can't
Going
fucking
back
wait.
for the girls.
I was with you. I didn't even see you.
Nah, Broccoli City, it was just fun. It was like it was a good time. The energy was good out there. Like the crowd was dope.
But that has, again, a commute. Like people have been
They've been
fucking
going.
with Broccoli City for a very long time. That's part of their year. Like in their group chat.
It's part of my year now. So I get
Why do you think I've been going the last 10 years? You always wonder where I was at in April? Yeah, I was in DC.
Definitely going again. I can't wait to get back.
Yeah. Me and Pete.
Is it April?
I'm not sure that's when it used to be. They definitely have moved
I'm about to
it
say, I
around.
didn't hear-
It was May or
traditionally for a
June,
long time.
I
It
think.
was in April because it would always fucking rain.
Okay.
But yeah, me and Pete used to be out there on the ponchos back in the day. Like we wasn't missing it.
Yeah.
2016 drenched.
Shout out to Broccoli City, man. Great festival.
Why do you think it's such a great festival?
It was just like a sense of community.
Yeah.
It was a community.
Which part of the community?
Just the metropolitan DC area community. You know what I'm saying? The DMV.
DC, Maryland, Virginia.
Yeah, the DMV. You know, great people down there, man. Great people. Very
African girls.
Yeah, it's just a community. It's just very, you know what I mean? It feels like my people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
nothing to do with the beautiful Ethiopian women that are in DC,
No,
right?
but those are all my people. That's my family. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to see my family out there. That's all. That's all.
Your family.
That's my family. I mean, that's all.
Yeah, I want to see what their lineup is going to be this year. I know last year the men almost ran me over. Actually, I think I did get trampled over Gunna. And like I'm not one of the girls that just throw out the sexual innuendos and calling y'all bad words when y'all do girly shit. But running women down so that y'all could go see a man on stage is a little tambourine-ish.
Would you rather they cry?
Let it go.
I'm sorry. It was right there. I didn't.
But like, come on, y'all was stomped. It was some cuties there. And y'all like the cuties is tripping and y'all running to go see Gunna. Like, chill, calm down, man. Like, it was grown men too. A lot of them was like at least 40, 38.
Yeah,
come on now.
Gunna
You
big
can't
bro.
trample the baddies to go see Gunna.
Yeah. You gotta get that video.
Running to go see a man is crazy.
I didn't want to say it.
You know how crazy that is? You take off running. I'm like, yo, Rory, where you going? You be like, you're not Gunna about to perform.
Yo.
What? Like, if you start running, I'm like, yo, we can see the stage from right here. Like, I promise you, wherever we was at in Broccoli City, we could see the stage.
Remember that Prince Harry video when he's being interviewed by like the news or whatever when he was still in the army and like the alarm goes off and he just leaves the interview and dead sprints away?
Yeah.
That's really what it was.
Like,
The craziest I've ever seen that in my entire life. Made in America. Black was on like one of the side stages.
Mm-hmm.
So after his set, I was standing and you can see like the whole grounds. When 6ix9ine just said a fucking word backstage on the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
Just whatever fucking gang affiliated words he was using. If he just said Blicky, like he just said Blicky with a sticky.
Mm-hmm.
I have never seen that amount of people just dead sprint to a main stage in my life. It was like, it was insane to watch that many people run like fucking elbows, thighs, knees, all the way to that stage to see 6ix9ine.
The craziest shit I think I saw was probably Bad Bunny at Made in America.
oh yeah, that was dangerous.
No, it was people out there from 11 a.m.
No, but for sure. And they knew Bad Bunny was there. 6ix9ine was a surprise. That wasn't supposed to happen. So all the kids, like not everyone was waiting at the stage. It was like between acts. So to watch a whole festival grounds run to a main stage was the craziest thing I've seen. It was like herds of cattle
I ain't
getting
gonna
to
lie.
get to that front stage to see 6ix9ine.
I would have been one of them people running. Like that 6ix9ine era I would have been one of them people running.
No, the performance was flawless.
Yeah, I would have been one of those.
You know who had a really good performance at Made in America? Don Toliver. He went on before Bad Bunny, which is not easy.
That's
Which is
very
not easy to do. Like going on right before Bad Bunny, and his set list was crazy.
Yeah.
I forgot Don had that many like records.
Great records. And I mean, he's from the Travis School, who takes performing very fucking seriously.
Right.
We're putting a show on.
Yeah.
That was crazy. But I'm telling you, man, before we found out who Daniel Hernandez really was, we can't say 6ix9ine music didn't slap.
Oh no, I was
Nah,
before all of that. I was saying, I was mad that they banned him from Summer Jam.
Like I feel bad for even giving that era some flack when hip hop was changing. Cause 6ix9ine is Nas compared to some of these young kids now. Like, if I go back and listen to them 6ix9ine, right, like those were great songs.
They still hit.
Yeah, but we don't jack that.
That Cuda shit, which is one with Fetty on it?
Oh God, I can't remember. I can't remember. He named him some really dumb shit.
It was like his friends that weren't even like part of the song. He was just like, yeah, nah, it's That's the name of it now.
That shit, that album,
That was just an interesting time in New York in general. Like that was a wild time, to say the least.
I was thinking about that. I was listening to the album that Meg dropped during COVID, and I was listening to this was when TikTok was blowing up. I don't know if y'all saw it because y'all weren't on TikTok, but it did kind of leak into Instagram. Do you guys remember the Crybaby challenge that Meg did to the Crybabies? I'm like, if we were outside
What was the Crybaby challenge? What was that?
When the girls were when they were dropping down and getting their eagle on, basically, but it was like a scooting motion that they were doing. Yes. If that was going on during festivals, like if we were able to be outside when that was happening, we would have really enjoyed life. Like
you didn't enjoy it without the festival? Was that COVID?
That was COVID.
Isn't this like the anniversary right now?
No,
It's March 18th tomorrow. The world shut down tomorrow.
Yeah, well, they're hearing this tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it is. So yeah, Mom's right.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah. Happy anniversary.
You know, it's 5 years. That's insane. Happy
anniversary to the biggest scam that ever was. The biggest sham.
We're going to get flagged on YouTube, though. You're not allowed to say
That's why we're going to get flagged for telling the truth. It's the biggest sham in history. The biggest sham.
Peach, insert the vaccine into your computer, please, so we don't get flagged.
The biggest sham. COVID. Get the fuck out of here.
Meg kind of smoked COVID, though. Like, I really feel she did the best out of the rappers, like, with that time. Because she had was the Beyonce joint during COVID too?
Savage.
She was killing the TikTok dance. Anything she put out was attached to a TikTok thing.
Yep.
She killed that time.
She had like 3 like TikTok dances from one album. Like, and they were all like viral TikTok challenges. It was absolutely insane.
Yeah. She had every chick in the world just doing this like constantly. I didn't understand it.
Yeah, I wasn't on that algorithm. I don't know which I was listening to.
Classy, bougie, ratchet.
Oh yeah, that is when that came.
Every chick did this. Couldn't wait to do this.
Yeah.
5 years already? Damn.
And then wasn't the wet ass pussy during COVID too?
Yep.
Meg went crazy during COVID.
Like WAP was definitely
she might have been the number 1 rapper during COVID.
When was the mannequin challenge? What year was that?
Oh God.
2018, I want to say.
18? Yeah.
No, go ahead, judge.
We really just
No.
Now I'm judging the mannequin challenge.
I know it wasn't that far. It wasn't that far away from COVID. That's why I thought about it.
But yeah,
I thought it was during COVID, but I'm like, nah, people was outside. So
listen, there's been a lot of dumb challenges. We've all admitted we planked all that. The mannequin challenge was pretty cool. 2016. Geez.
Damn.
Like we had a whole theater of people in Palooza stop. Like that was cool to me.
Beyonce just did that her whole tour, bro.
Yeah, that was after.
Yeah, I mean, she had whole stadiums stopping.
But
Ray Sherman would walk so Beyonce could run.
That's true.
Like if you think about it, that's really her biggest influence.
I didn't think about it. You're right about that.
Yeah, the mannequin challenge was people are so creative with our stupid shit. Y'all remember the ALS challenge?
What was that?
The ice bucket challenge.
Oh yeah, I never did that dumb shit. Just throw a bucket, a cooler of ice cold water on me. No, I'm cool.
To raise money, but I don't know how the money was
90% of people didn't even know what ALS was.
Where did the money go?
I think it actually did some good. I don't think it was like the like the Haiti earthquake relief fund. Like I think some money made it to some people that
we still got to talk to Wyclef about that. We ain't talked to Clef about that one yet. Where's that Haiti relief money at?
Why do you think he doesn't care they keep canceling the Fuji show? Like I'm fine.
I'm good.
Praz over here like, dog, I'm going to jail because of this shit.
Oh man.
Oh, that's wild that Praz going to jail and Wyclef's still out.
Yeah.
Look at the justice system.
He's home, man. Fuck it.
But I never did the ALS challenge.
Nah, I'm cool on the ALS challenge. But
But I really do think that one did some good. I don't think it was a scam like a lot of the others.
Okay.
But I still fully wasn't even aware of what ALS was until that. So
I'm with you. I didn't know either.
Well, it raised awareness.
There you go.
I did. That's what I'm
there
saying.
You go. That's all you got to do is raise some awareness, donate some money.
The funniest part was after people like poured it over their head, they really felt like they did something good for the world and then aggressively yelled 3 names as if those people weren't good people yet. Like, you see what I did. Do you give a fuck about anyone? And then challenge people to go do it.
Okay.
And then you get challenged, and I got challenged, and I was sitting there like, I don't want to pour ice over my head, but if I don't do this now, does it look like I don't care about people with ALS? So I just didn't.
They raised $115 million though.
Also, after they
Where
did
did
it,
it go?
Wait, where was the link to pay though?
Exactly. See, now we asking the questions. Now
Because everyone challenged each other, but it was never like, yo, link in bio.
I told y'all years ago, let's start looking at these Girl Scout cookies. Y'all laughed at me until I started telling y'all how much they generate every year.
Oh, Demaris was telling me they stepped on the dope too.
Yeah, them shit's little ass, fuck them little mini ass cookies.
They cutting that shit now.
They got metal in those cookies. You're not supposed to eat
yeah,
them.
you're not even supposed to eat them.
Yeah.
They got metal in
You know
them.
how much money they make every year? Y'all thought I was joking years ago when I said this shit. I'm like, nobody thinks this is crazy. Who is doing the accounting for this Girl Scout shit? They generate billions selling cookies. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, once I saw that they posted a headline saying, hey, today's the last day you can say you were raped in the Boy Scouts, or, you know.
Today's the last day. Today's the last day you can say. What do you mean it's the last day?
Or just make peace with it. Today is the last day you're allowed to sue the Boy Scouts. Once I saw that, I was like, oh, the Girl Scout racket is going to go forever.
Yo, listen.
If they didn't care about the little boys getting touched, you think they give a fuck about that?
That's nothing. They make $800 million a year from January to April.
Nah, what do they do though?
And
Like,
who makes it? Like,
Y'all,
have you ever
y'all
met anyone
laughed
that
at
worked
me.
for the Girl Scouts?
Y'all laughed at me when I
you're
said
at
this
like,
years
no, my
ago.
mom worked for the Girl Scouts. Like, where's their staff?
Nobody.
Is one person making this?
Nobody thinks this is crazy that in 4 months they're making $800 million every year?
And
Selling cookies door to door? First of all, that's slavery.
it's child labor.
It's child labor. What are we talking?
And unsafe.
Yeah, like, what are we talking about? I know adults selling these shit at their job. I'm like, yo, who's your
Fact.
plug? Your daughter?
No, that's what it was.
Where are you getting these grown ass ladies selling Girl Scout cookies at her 9 to 5?
for a little badge. They get a badge if they win.
Nah.
$800 million a year.
If you end up like netting $20,000 worth, they give you like a tent or something. Like I feel like I've seen like a max. If you sell this
you gonna
amount,
need that
you
tent
get-
to live in. You fucking keep selling this shit.
It's insane. And I feel like any company that could generate $800 million a year for this long, you would know there'd be at least 2 degrees separation of someone you knew that worked there.
Council and troop proceeds. A portion of the cookie sales goes to the local Girl Scout Council, which funds local programming, maintains camps, and provides scholarships, while a portion goes to the troop, which the girls can use for community service projects, educational trips, or badges. Listen, man, we need to look into this shit. Where's the Girl Scout documentary at? $800 million a year for the last how many years? They started selling cookies in 1917. It's over 100 years of selling fucking cookies.
Nah, y'all was telling me to go find Olstein. I need to go find like Scout. Like I need to definitely get in on that fucking money.
That is insane that they make that much money every year selling those fucking cookies.
Also, when have you ever been to a community event that was sponsored by the Girl Scouts? Like, what have you
Never.
ever seen them do for the community?
I've never seen. I don't
Portions
even.
go to help the local community.
Where-
When have you ever seen a fucking hashtag lunch bag with the Girl Scouts?
I don't even know where you go to become a girl. Where do you even go?
Girlscout.com?
Like, what building do they walk into and say, "Hey, I'm going to be a Girl Scout today"? You've never seen like
I've never thought of that.
You've never seen
Where do you
drove
go?
past a building that said Girl Scouts of America, sign up here. I've never even seen that. They just show up with a dress, a fucking skirt, and a shirt, and a fucking a beret on, and fucking boxes of cookies.
I've seen
Where are they coming from?
Damn, they AI?
Where do you sign up to be a Girl Scout?
I've seen Enron buildings. I've seen Black Rock buildings in the city. I've seen Halliburton buildings. I've walked past them. I've never walked past a Girl Scout
You've
headquarters.
never seen it. You've never drove past a storefront in Manhattan and seen Girl Scouts.
Legit
sign up
companies
there.
that are committing federal crimes. I've walked past the huge sign in Midtown Manhattan like, damn, they're committing crimes and you have a sign? It's like some BMF shit.
Yeah.
I've never seen the Girl Scout shit.
Like, who knows? Who's even in the Girl Scouts anymore?
What I'm on the website right now about to like try to join. Am I too old?
You're never too old to sell drugs, Demaris. You're never too old to sell drugs. You can sell drugs whenever you want. That's the beauty of selling drugs. That's drugs that they're selling. Those are not cookies. Those are drugs.
First of all, I think you should be a scout leader because if they're generating 800 million, you could take a nice little off the top and they're not going to notice.
Oh, for
Rory,
sure.
you're not understanding it. They're generating 800 million annually in 4 months out of the year, January to April. You can't even get this dope after April.
The IRS doesn't even do that in April.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's-
800 a year?
And that's what's weird to me, right? Because like it ain't like cookies go out of season. Them shits is not strawberry. So why is it only 4 months out the year?
Because that's when they want to set up shop. They want to hit the block from January to April. If you do it right, you could take the whole summer off. Jeezy said that, right? If you do it right, you could take the whole summer off. Y'all thought he was talking about dope. He was talking about the Girl Scouts of America. Y'all not listening. I told y'all this 10 years ago.
He hid the cookies in his auntie's house.
He did. He hid the fucking Samoas in the couch. He wasn't selling bricks. He was selling Girl Scout cookies. Y'all not listening. You're not doing the math here. This is crazy.
We could start our own.
We can start a troop. Oh,
Yeah, of course you can start a troop. You didn't see you didn't see when Omarion took the
Amara,
book
it's
bag?
time to earn your fucking keep over here.
Remember when Omarion took the book bag to go see the he was going to get Girl Scout cookies. Y'all not listening. $200 million a month for 4 months is absolutely crazy selling cookies.
Oh yeah, nah. Amara signed up today.
They require a criminal background check.
You fucking right they do. They need to know if you're a rat. They need to know if you wearing a wire. Because once you go in there and see how they making those cookies and how fast them shits is moving, you're not gonna believe that shit, man. And they got the nerve to say we found traces of metal in these cookies.
And damn near all of them, right? Ain't it like 90% of
Every box has metal in it. When that shit's slinging across the conveyor belt like that, they ain't got no time to clean that shit up. Nigga, get that shit in the box and hit the street.
It's probably kids making that shit
Yeah,
too.
you fucking kidding me? We ain't got time to clean this conveyor, but nigga, send the Samoas down the line, box it up, put it in her book bag, and get on Lenox Avenue right now.
Blue Magic. That's a brand name.
That's a brand name. It's a brand name.
Yo.
Frank Lucas wasn't making $800 million in 4
Hell
months.
no.
Are you kidding me? $800 million. Y'all not doing the math here. 4 months is crazy. And this is every year.
With free labor, like that's what I'm thinking. Like you don't even gotta pay the employees. Like it's really free labor.
Give
Like
them
I
a
can just go
badge.
out here and create a troop. Like I'm creating labor workers for
and
you.
just give them a badge.
That shit is crazy.
This is the craziest scam in American history, and nobody's paying attention. This is right here under our nose for years, and we just like, yo, the Samoas come out next month. Nigga, they making $800 million every year.
And it's probably
Yo,
tax free because I think it's a nonprofit.
Of course it's tax free. This the government selling the fucking drugs.
Josh, can you Google nonprofit? Because it looks like a lot of motherfucking profit over there.
Yeah. This
The
is
overhead is not $800 million. You're making profit.
Y'all not listening. Y'all every year I say this and y'all laugh.
Yo, Girl Scout.
Somebody has to look into this shit.
Is Girl Scouts big pharma?
Absolutely. It's all the same people. $800 million every year for 4 months, and nobody's even like.
It's a tax exempt nonprofit 501c3 based in New York, New York.
Taxes.
What is charitable about this? What 501c status could you have
right.
for selling fucking cookies?
Nobody's listening. Fuck it, man.
Okay, so it says in 20.
This is bigger than Nino Brown.
This is way bigger
fully
than
understand what the fuck
This
you're
is
talking-
way bigger than the CMB. Are you kidding me?
Ain't nobody in Harlem own a Uzi.
This is the Girl Scouts of America, of the United States of America. $200 million a month. You don't know nobody doing them type of numbers.
They said 50 million of it is membership dues. Like I'm paying you to
gotta
work
pay
for you.
I gotta pay you to make you money?
Now it's starting
Nah,
to
this
click.
First of all,
pimping. This
now
pimping.
it's starting to click.
All right, we need to start a new Patreon tier where they pay us to then go be our street team and get other people to sign up, but they pay us to be able to do that.
And look what they say. The cookie program is designed to teach girls valuable skills about running a business, help them develop character, and promote the organizational mission. Are you kidding me?
Jim Jones said the same thing in Guyana.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
They might as well be located in Waco, Texas at this point. This is
The Girl Scouts are funded from private donations, membership dues, corporate sponsors, and special events. Y'all not doing the math.
Nah.
Y'all not doing the math.
we talk about the big three religion,
$1 billion.
Christianity, Judaism, and this might have to be the fourth.
Bro, I'm telling you, $1 billion in almost 4 months. This is crazy. Those cookies ain't that goddamn good. Like, let's just be real here.
Yeah.
You can get better home-baked cookies like in the mall.
Nah, but ain't nobody making them Samoas though. They different. Well, now they're called caramel delights, but
Was
What?
it politically incorrect?
yeah, because
You know,
some-
Samoans,
yeah.
Wait,
It's a type of people. You can't. It was named after people.
It's basically their version of the Cleveland Indians.
so it's called Caramel Delights?
Yeah.
The Samoas are now Caramel Delights.
I'd
Yes.
actually, if I was Samoan, I'd feel more offended because like now you call me a caramel delight and I don't like that.
I
Just
don't know.
call me Samoan.
This is stupid. This is stupid. Caramel Delights. What are we talking about here?
Oh, okay. Well, actually, no. I'm sorry.
I don't think it had anything to do with Samoan.
No, we made that up.
I'm really just being an asshole.
Apparently, there are 2 bakeries. The Girl Scout Council's contract with one of 2 licensed bakers, the Little Brownie Bakers and the ABC Bakers, one of them who makes Samoas and one of them who sells them as Caramel Delights. Even though they're the same cookie,
They cutting that dope up.
it's regional.
It's Escobar Griselda.
Yeah.
Like it's, you know.
They just cutting that dope up.
Yo, it's us making up a whole story behind the name of the Samoas.
I swear to God, I knew they were not named after Samoan. I just thought that was funny.
And gangster, look what they saying now. You could buy them on DoorDash. So now they're getting rid of the Girl Scouts and just now the product is on DoorDash.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I ain't seen a scout in a minute. Like
Yo,
I haven't.
So now they ain't even got to pay the workers.
They weren't before. Having so much money that you get rid of your slaves is hilarious to me.
This is what
It
I'm
was free labor that they got rid of.
This is what I'm saying, and everybody's just like, oh, the girls, they're teaching them
What about
skills.
their character?
Yeah, like get the fuck out of here with this. They're making this much. Come on, man. This is absolute every year, $1 billion selling cookies.
That's fucking insane.
I don't even think Nabisco is making $1 billion selling cookies every year.
Dog.
Chips Ahoy, Oreo, none of them niggas $1 billion.
Bisco.
No way.
Net worth.
No, why y'all pocket watching the cookie
Per year.
companies?
Demaris, if anybody's making $800 million a year in 4 months every year for over 50, 60 years, we have to have a conversation. That's a lot of fucking money in 4 months.
Insane.
Selling cookies? America's obese, but let's be for real. Who the fuck is eating $800 million worth of cookies in 4 months? This is craziness. Y'all think I've always thought this Girl Scout shit was insane. Always. Once I found out, I said, all right, $1 billion in 4 months and nobody's talking about this? Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact is never brought up too. Like, even when Elon got into office as the president of the United States, when he was talking about fixing all our shit, even some of the tax stuff, we could dead federal income tax if they just pay their fair share.
Tomorrow it's gone. Tax the fucking Girl Scouts of America.
That's it. That's all we need.
Oh man, all right, y'all get it one day. Maybe not today, but y'all get it.
All right, man. Do we have voicemails? Let's get some order restored here.
Yes, we do. Let's cue them up.
You've got mail.
Demaris, what up? Peach, what up? Also, he don't never get no shout outs. I got two questions. Day one fan, by the way. 2 questions about interracial relationships. One, so just to give a backstory, I'm a white dude. I come from like a, family that didn't come from money. My mom and dad, the only ones that graduated from college. So I was in the hood most of my, younger life. So I was in a predominantly black neighborhood. So as I grew up, that's all I dated was black girls, black women. That's all I've dated because I don't want no doormat bitch. Them white girls, man, you tell her to shut the fuck up and she shut up.
That's right.
What the fuck is going on with that? Anyways, so I'm at work, right? It goes to current day. I'm at work. These dudes are kind of timid around me, but they're cool with me. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell they're not showing their full personality. They're the black dudes at my job. And I've always drifted towards black people just because I don't relate to a lot of white people in the sense of their like stories and shit. So, but they see my girl come in and bring
Is this
me
Sean
lunch,
Dickerson?
and they like, who is that? I'm like, that's my girl. And they start daps everywhere, just daps. Yo, you one of us. You started the 10,000 man march type shit. I'm like, I didn't have a speech at the Washington Monument. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't me.
See, he did.
So I want to know why that happens. And 2, Demaris, how do black women have a sixth sense of when white men only date black women or not inside their race?
Oh,
That's easy. They get
act like
shape-ups.
They get shape-ups. That is the way to signify it.
Yeah.
They get
But
shape-ups.
white boy, if he got the box right here, he date black women. That's
It
easy.
was when I was younger, it was boxier.
Yeah. That's easy. That gives it away immediately.
Yeah.
Wait,
He goes to a black barber.
wait, so did he really have a question or he was just telling us that he gets bitches?
Yeah, like he wanted to tell us his bitch was bad. I respect it. Nah, I think his question was, why... I feel like it's a self-explanatory, but his question was, why do black men suddenly accept him when they know that he has a black girlfriend? I don't know. I think he just wanted to tell us that he liked black people.
It's like when we saw Dirk, right? Dirk Nowitzki, great player. When we saw that his wife was black and he was coming to the game with
the Tupperware.
To go plays wrapped in foil, bad motherfucker. See, he go from being good to bad motherfucker. That's all it is. Once you know a white boy, like, oh, you date the sisters? Oh, you with us. Now we can loosen up. We know that you go through certain types of things. We date black women, so you understand the shit we go through at home because you're going through the same shit. You're just a white boy, but you love the sisters.
Everyone respected Steve Nash, but it was just a little different.
It was a little different
when they walked in the arena.
It's like, oh, his white, what? He with us. He over here, Steve. Now we can get our jokes off. We ain't got to, the white boys here kind of keep things up. Nah, he hear the same shit we hear. He listens to the same music. It's when you see a white guy that dates black women and you didn't know that at first, it definitely changes everything after that. From experience, I'm like, oh shit, you okay? You comfortable?
How'd it change for us?
I mean, when I met you, I knew you dated black girls, so it wasn't like I didn't know. Like,
did he look like it though when you met him? Did he look like it?
We were in a brownstone in Harlem.
1,000,000%.
I was the only white person there.
Like absolutely. Like, of course you know that. It's like, yeah, he date black girls, but you just know, like growing up, you can tell, like, not a lot of people are privileged enough to grow up around a lot of different cultures. Mm-hmm. That is one thing about growing up in New York City that I absolutely love is the fact that on my block in particular, I probably was only one of maybe 3 black guys on my block. Like everybody else was Puerto Rican, Dominican, Cambodian, Irish, like it was Indian. It was just all different types of cultures. And then you grow up in an apartment building, family above me, family on the side of me, family underneath me. So it's like we all in the same area. Like I'm gonna hear the music that your family plays. I'm gonna smell the food that your family cooks. Like, so we all get a kind of understanding of each other's cultures and things like that just because we grew up with each other. So what he's saying is the same thing. Like, yeah, this is what I grew up around. This is what I grew up to love. Like, these are the people that I love. This is who I'm comfortable around. Like, so I get what he's saying. I understand that.
We rocking with Mark because Mark rocking with us, yo. That's a TikTok thing. But yeah, I mean, like Maul said, I was about to say there's a certain look that they have, but also I think it is the shape up.
Yeah, it's how they get their haircut. We go to the same barber. He with us, man. He in the barbershop having the same conversations. He listens to the same music. I can hear him. He live upstairs. I hear what he listens to. He playing Nas. Like, how am I not gonna fuck with him? Like, we walk to school together. We get in the same school. We get on the same train to school. He wearing the same North Face I got on. Like,
and also,
he's with us.
And also, it's easy for black women who've been around the way a little bit, to tell the white men who are genuinely just in love with us and attracted to us, and those who have a fetish for us. We can tell that apart, because I've definitely been fetishized.
Which one am I? Which one am I?
I mean, the only thing a white woman could do for you is point out the baddest sister she know. You ain't got nothing for a white woman, not the time of a day, not a nickel, not a spare dollar, not a piece of gum. You don't got shit for a white woman, mama included. So now we.
I respect my bitches,
but that's where it's fucked up at though, because you see how y'all embrace him because he dating nothing but black women. No, I'm just saying.
That's what I was trying to avoid.
No, but
that's why I've been so quiet during this conversation.
But it's a real thing, because if I was on the side like, yo, only thing a sister could do is point me to the milk.
But then white women will up. So this is the thing. I have a preference for who has a preference for me. So if me and my sisters are a preference, then obviously you're going to get preferential treatment. If your preference is something else, then it's for those people who you prefer to treat you like the king that you are. I'm not going to treat you like a king and I'm a peasant to you. That doesn't even make any sense.
No, it's not peasantry. It's more like if I grew up in a predominantly white or Asian community.
Yeah, if your name was Kaden.
And that's what I'm the girl I go to school with. My first crush was probably
Megan.
You understand what I'm saying? But it's not because I don't like black. It's where I grew up at. Like, I grew up around this.
Ain't nothing wrong. I mean, there's some people.
Yeah.
There's some people. I can only speak for myself. There's some people who are completely against that and they find it disrespectful. And I don't care about, as long as when you're uplifting white women, you leave black women out of it. I don't care who you date. I've dated white men before. Like, who, as long as you leave me and mine out of it and you don't got to disrespect us. For example, that clip that's going, the Biggie from Notorious, the guy that played him. It's a clip going viral of him where he was like, you know, I was dating all these other types of races of women. I didn't date black girls. Like, all they cared about was Birkins and Chanels and going to expensive restaurants. And I did nothing with these other women and got treated like a king. You don't got to, just say you like other women. You don't got to bring up black women and what we don't do and what we're like and we're too loud. And
say the women that you dated. Like, I like people need to do that. It's particular to the black women that you dated.
Yeah.
And general, like thinking white women don't care about Chanel and
I got another thing coming.
Another thing coming.
That's a woman thing.
All women love Chanel. Like, are you kidding me? So, I mean, you know, people just got to, it's all subjective to you and where you're from, how you grew up, how you were raised. Like, that's all this shit comes down to.
Yeah. So.
He should meet more white people.
You say he should meet more white people?
Yes. Say he doesn't relate to any white people whatsoever. It's like, that was kind of a weird voicemail.
I mean, but
can I be that guy?
I understand it.
You be that guy, Rory. Do it. Fuck it.
You can't understand how somebody doesn't relate to white people?
I fully understand everything that he said.
Okay.
I just don't say it out loud that way. Because now it's like, he prefaced it with, yo, I'm from the hood, I was poor, so I only fuck around with black people. Like, that's just a black thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
I
you
heard
can
that.
you can meet other white people that I'm sure you have something in common with.
Absolutely. For sure.
Poverty, you shouldn't run to black people because poverty is the only thing you can relate to.
Right. Yeah. I get it. I understand
To me, that he sounded nuts.
You can grow up impoverished in white communities as well.
Yeah.
The worst ghettos are the poor white ghettos.
Yeah.
Disgusting. Fentanyl everywhere. It's gross.
I'd rather grow up in a black ghetto than a white ghetto any day. Like that, though, it's when you in the hood and then when you're in the trenches, like that's terrifying. Like, I am terrified to go over there with them toothless people. That's wild.
Yo.
Toothless people.
Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about.
Jay took me to like the outskirts of New Orleans to like the white. Oh my, that was the scariest. Like, put me in Marcy.
Yeah.
That shit was terrifying.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool on it.
And
but
you know,
yeah.
Jay talked to everybody. There was definitely a fentanyl head that looked like he was about 50 years old. Jay was like, what's your name? How old are you? Whatever. They was talking. He's like, yeah, I'm 33. I was like, yo, Jay, let's come on. Let's get out of here. This 60-year-old just told me he was 33.
If you're white and you poor in America, you got to be a drug addict. There has to be an addiction there. There's no way you're white in America and just like poor. Like, what's wrong with you?
Like, if you don't go lie on a resume, don't piss me off.
You got a 2-lap head start. Like, you were white in America.
First of all, while I do agree with you, can we? No, now I have to defend my people.
What do you mean?
This whole like every white person knows a judge or anything like. There's plenty of poor white people that have had generations of poor white families that just never got into a circumstance where they were even able to learn work ethic, or they've just been impoverished their whole fucking time. They were in the trailer the whole time.
And I guarantee you somewhere in that story, drug addiction is there.
Well, I mean, naturally that comes with poverty.
That's all I'm saying. Being poor in America, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
I just saw, and this isn't really a white thing, but I just saw some headline, which I'm sure is probably fake now that Rolling Stone is putting out bullshit. It was like 72% of Harvard graduates last year couldn't find a job.
Oh yeah, it's right now it's different out there. Like, it's really the job market right now is
like,
people are $300,000 in debt from school with degrees, and unless you're in the medical field or like any field that is like you're an essential worker, it's very hard for people to find jobs. It's so many people went into tech because of the tech boom, and they're laying them people off like
because AI is here.
Yeah,
you don't need humans no more. The robots are doing everything.
Fuck Harvard.
Yeah,
what's the point?
Yeah, man.
Didn't they create the robots for real, or was that MIT?
MIT is definitely a more of a tech.
Kim Kardashian put the stamp on it, so it's over now.
I want to test.
She was fucking one of those robots in the photo shoot.
See, that's how you get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't fucking a robot. See,
you guys don't remember that headline? Like
no,
years ago, by 2025, women will be fucking robots, and it was a picture of the girl laying.
But why you put
on and I'm saying Kim fulfilled the prophecy.
He can't go to Calabasas. That's all.
He disrespectful.
Don't worry about it. You're not allowed at the 7-Eleven in Calabasas. You can't come around. You ain't gang.
Well, that's fine. I don't relate to the Kardashians. I only relate to poor black people.
Yeah, that was wild, man. Like, you know, like
He didn't say it like that. Don't
Yes,
do
he
that.
did.
He didn't say I only relate to poor black people. He didn't say that. Don't do that. So he didn't.
I speak ghetto white. I know what the fuck he was saying.
Yeah. And also, like, you can't just say, like, I grew up in the hood, like, so I grew up around. Because I got black cousins that never seen a white person. Like, my rich cousins from over in the Maryland DMV area, they don't see white people like that, and they all got money.
They don't see white people.
They don't see white people like that. In the DMV, in a part of Maryland that they're in, predominantly black neighborhoods where they have a gated community and every house in that gated community is black, $1 million homes. Like, they don't see white. They went to school with all black people. Like, yeah.
Huh?
And
In
you
Maryland?
didn't know that Maryland was, they have big communities in Maryland. It has the highest percentage of black millionaires, too.
No, I know that. But to say they've never seen white people
I
is
was
fucking
being,
crazy.
obviously, I was being dramatic.
I'm sure white people live in their
I
neighborhood.
was
The paradise version of just
dramatic,
Yeah, what is
obviously,
this?
but they
Is this the
don't.
Inkwell? What
All
are
right,
we
but even to
watching?
that, like Baldwin Hills, I'm sure it's probably changed. I don't know too much about it, but that was like Black Beverly Hills type shit.
Mhm.
I'm sure with the school systems and neighborhood, they didn't see many white people.
Like you see them, you come into contact with them in the grocery store, but they're not in your day-to-day life. Like my first time going, like when I went into Baltimore and then went like deeper into Maryland, everybody was black. Like I saw white people, but like everybody was black. I've never been used to that before. I live in New York, so it's like kind of like even. There's all types of different people. It was like everybody at the Greyhound was black, at the airport was black, the workers in the stores were black. It was very, very black. And
I couldn't imagine
was
going
never
to
used
somewhere
that.
like that. That would freak me the fuck out. Like not seeing somebody for the first time, like a race of people.
But that's, I mean,
That would
outside
freak
of
me the
cities,
fuck
that's
out.
pretty normal for a regular American.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm so grateful I grew up in New York City. Like I cannot imagine being from somewhere and seeing, like now I see the internet's going crazy because they didn't know like Indian women were Caribbean. Like they didn't know coolies were. I'm like, wait, what the fuck are
Are we
y'all
allowed to
talking-
say in 2025?
It's kind of, it's not, you're not supposed to say it, but I know.
I got a pass in Richmond Hill, but I'm still not gonna say it.
I could say that shit. So anyway, so the fact that people on the internet are bugging out about that, I'm like, yo, where the fuck have y'all been living?
I saw that video too, but again, that's also a very specific Queens thing.
No, it's not.
But like heavy on West Indian, but there's a full Indo side that is fully Indian. Like they're not even black, but they're still Caribbean. I don't think a lot of people know that.
A lot of people don't know that.
That is
It's crazy. It's crazy to you because of where you live. But if you live in the deep fucking South and you've never seen an Indo-Caribbean person, or when you see people on TV, people are not going around saying I'm Indo-Caribbean. You don't. Where would you see them? How would you know that? They're not teaching you that in school because it's not even like American history. That's a whole other country and what was going on there. So how would you know that?
Yeah, like I think
it's literally called West Indian.
I know, but I think a lot of people that aren't around that type of culture would think like Trinidad, Jamaica, just they'd have that stereotype in their head. Not knowing half of Trinidad is just straight Indian people. It's not even black people. Like it's
That shit is crazy to me. The fact that people are online like and they were like, wait, I didn't know that. I was like, what are y'all talking about?
And also, it's called the West Indies and West Indian because Christopher Columbus's dumb ass thought that he was in. He didn't think he was in America. He thought he was in India. Like that's that's why he thought he was in the East Indies over here, and he thought that.
If you just learned that though, that there were like Indian Caribbean people, and you just learned that when you saw that video of that girl dancing, those are the type of people I never want to meet in my life. That just found that out today.
but
What are we going to talk
the
about?
willfully ignorant or the people that would look at that and be, you also can't get mad at just the novice person that never grew up around that, so they would have no fucking idea. Like, damn, I didn't know that in the Caribbean it's mainly Indian people as well. Yeah, I don't. If you didn't frequent Richmond Hill, I don't know if you'd fucking know how many Indian people are West Indian.
And
I know that sentence sounds nuts,
crazy,
but
even me coming from upstate New York, I learned so much about Afro Latina, so much about the West Indies, all of that when I moved to New York City and started like coming to New York City more as a kid. When I was younger, that wasn't a thing. You had white people, black people, Asian people. Like it was not, or they were Hispanic. Like you weren't really getting into all of the different mixes and all of the different nationalities that you can be. So
there's
I
no
think
Caribbean people in Syracuse.
there were people, but the majority of them, they were Jamaican. You met Jamaican people. or you were taught that they were Jamaican, even if they weren't Jamaican.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah,
because that's what I was getting ready to say. No, you thought you were just told that those were Jamaicans.
Yeah,
they weren't Jamaican, Trinidadian, Guyanese, like, and that's the thing. It's like people are just told. People just think it's Jamaican. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't
like,
really learn that. And honestly, I mean, I get it. I am happy that I have all of that knowledge, but sometimes I think sometimes I wish I was born in the South, and it must have been nice.
Hell no.
But see, this is the thing. It must have been nice for the standard of beauty and the standard of woman that everybody wants and upholds is the Black American woman. Because a lot of times, like in LA and New York, it's not the Black American woman. Everybody wants the foreign, the Indian girl or the Caribbean girl. Like growing up, like in New York like in New York City when I was coming up in college and stuff, that's what everybody wanted. Everybody wanted the island girls and this and that. Like everybody talks mad shit about Black American women. In the South, it's not like that. Like Black Americans are like the standard. You go to school with Black Americans. Everybody in your neighborhood is Black American. I'm sure that was nice to come across. Like everybody is the same. You really feel like you have a community.
In the South, we get chased out of the South.
Sometimes, but not in all. There's plenty of safe Black communities where they come into contact with white people sometimes. So yeah, it has its dangers. It has its ups and its downs, but they also have their own shit. Like even when all the Playboy Cardi shit was going on, there was a lot of discourse and they were like, oh, you guys, especially the Northerners, were like, oh, you guys are proud. Like this is the super liberal. This is propaganda. Why are you guys running around with the American flag? And like the Southern, like Texas girls, Tennessee girls, they're like, no, we proud to be like Southern Black. Like this rodeo shit, we've been doing this. Like this is how we grew up. So this is who Beyonce is speaking for. Like the people that grew up like her, who are proud to be from the Black South. So, I mean, you know, we all have our regional things. Mm-hmm. That went off on a tangent.
Listen, man.
We know, we got it. We got it. We got it. You ain't got to say nothing.
I feel Demaris.
We got it.
I love West Indian women.
We know. I do too. Who you telling? I do too.
Oh man, I was trying not to get you to say like I know where you was going with it. I get it. Yes.
But also that's why I think shout out to this caller. I really don't want to continue to shit on him. But like
no, shit on him.
That's what we do.
No, I'm just like, no, I want him to open his horizons of other people that he can meet. Like I probably have more to talk about with my interests in culturally with Sean than I would even with Kia. And Kia's a Black woman, but Sean grew up listening to all the music that I grew up, and he's white. Like it's an interest thing. It's not a hood thing. I guess would be my way. Like, you know,
Sean is also from the hood though.
Yeah, but still, like you have stuff to talk about based off similar interests growing up. Rather than, you know, Kia, who's a Black woman, didn't really listen to hip hop at all, but grew up in the middle of New York City.
Yeah.
So we don't have that interest to talk about. He needs to find some white people that are cultured. They're out there. Get you a white friend, man.
Yeah. Definitely need some cultured white.
Reach out to me and Peach. We can start a group chat.
Yeah. See?
Him and Peach are not going to get along.
Why not? Why wouldn't this gentleman and Peach get along?
If he's out here acting
they're the same.
Nah, Pete, no.
Do you think me and this gentleman would get along?
Y'all might have a little bit more to talk about.
The person I probably get along with the most in this room is Peach.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, what?
First of all, that's not what I meant, because everybody gets along with Peach. He's everyone's favorite coworker. What I'm saying is this guy, the type of guy that he is, like, Peach gonna want to talk to him about who's Morgan Allen? What's his name? Wallen?
Like, he listens to like rap though. Like, he listens to, you know, our culture, like, for sure. But he ain't gonna abandon his Kansas roots either though.
Nah.
Yeah. Gotta drink his Miller Lite. You know what I mean? But he gonna listen to Nas while he drinking it. That's all. It's balance. That's what life is about.
He's gonna hit every N-word.
Yeah, it's balance, baby.
Don't do that to
I'm
me.
joking.
It's balance, man. All right, well, hopefully that caller is somewhere being respectful to white people that he hasn't met yet. Even though he's a white man himself, but you know, we understand and we get it.
He called white women doormats. Oh,
Yo,
damn.
yeah, that was another thing, because I know some black doormats too. Like that black girl is gonna tell you about yourself, next snap shit. Please don't feed into that rhetoric. I know some very soft black girls that will let you run over them like them white girls you talking about. And I know some white women who won't. These white girls is out here killing these niggas for talking to them crazy. What are we talking about?
Like, have you ever dated a Italian woman from New Jersey?
New Jersey.
I hope you don't get stabbed.
Just stop at Italian women.
That's not a doormat.
Just stop. Have you ever dated an Italian woman? Period.
Russian women.
Listen, hands and feet. You getting your ass whooped. And you can't defend yourself because their dad will also kill you.
Yeah. That's the part they forget about. I met your uncles. Yeah.
Go to Brighton Beach, Manhattan Beach, and tell me if you think white women are doormats. It ain't the case.
All right. Well, it's been another fun audio, video, visual.
Yeah.
Audio, visual journey.
We're on camera.
Yeah, we're on camera. Are we?
You hit record, right, Peach?
Sometimes I forget about these cameras.
Yeah, we're on.
It's like I don't even see the cameras, Rory.
Damn, we
block all
just
the
chilling.
time.
It's
Not even here.
so natural.
What are we doing here? What is this thing? What's this thing called?
I thought we just came to hang out.
We just can't have fun, talk some shit. All right, well, we'll talk to y'all in a couple days. Please be safe, be blessed. I'm that nigga, he's just Ginger. Peace.